No excuses today. Fight for the shit. What you got inside, is that all you got to give? It's the immortal life, better find out why you live. I live to provide, turning nothing into this, turning nothing into this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm all in, I know that I want it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm all in, I know that I want it. Turn me out, everybody in the bag need to hear this shit some more. If you got dreams, better figure out things before the clock runs out on ya. It's a good life, if you find what you love and you get to go do that more. It's a good time, if you ain't just running that clock for the weekend. Back and forth, here I go, man I want it how I get it. Gotta know, gotta go, push through limits cause you said I'm never slow. Steady flow, it's so simple but not fucking easy. It's so worth it man, believe me. No excuses today, fight for the shit. What you got inside, is that all you got to give? It's the immortal life, better find out why you live. I live to provide, turning nothing into this, turning nothing into this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm all in, I know that I want it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm all in, I know that I want it. I design everything in my life like what I want, what I say, they align right. If I wanna make a change, I decide like it'll never be the same if my mind's right. Looking up at the blue sky, new high, feeling like a new life, new guy. I'm aligned with a better light now. I can feel the vibe, feel high now. Sick of running from the past, it'll never catch up. Gotta leave it where it's at. State of mind, present and glad. See the future is bright, know I'm on the right path. Right there, and everything I want, and I know that the universe is writing me back. Yeah. Two versions entangled, I can feel the pull to the life I'll have. No excuses today, fight for the shit. What you got inside, is that all you got to give? It's the immortal life, better find out why you live. I live to provide, turning nothing into this, turning nothing into this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm all in, I know that I want it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm all in, I know that I want it.
आ गए लाला, आ गए हैं, 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 आ गए हैं लाला। ओए रुको एक सेकेंड एक सेकेंड रुको भाई, एक सेकेंड ओवरलेस बना ले मेरे भाई। भाई सॉरी भाई, बनाता हूँ भाई। अबे यार ये चेयर बाहर करने दो पहले मुझे, एक और बार गाना सुनो, एक और बार गाना सुनो, चेयर बाहर करने दो भाई मुझे। चेयर के साथ मक्खी बाहर निकल मक्खी
Sometimes I just wake up at night, wonder if I'm doing things right. Bloodshot eyes, so tired, but my mind tries telling me I could do more, I should be more. Hard to ignore, look at the mirror, am I before the after? The next chapter, I gotta master, getting after. Identity is being fractured, I'm tired from my choices, from the voices telling me this all is pointless. And I don't give a damn about it, you ain't gonna hear a thing, but bitch I'm getting louder. Cause the less I seem to say, the more I feel the power. Keep my discipline the same, I'm track.
सॉरी गाइस, थोड़ा गाना बंद कर रहा हूँ, अब बात करते हैं भाई। तो कल लैन हुआ था क्या भाई? नहीं हुआ, खराब मैनेजमेंट था यार, पता नहीं उनका कुछ बेचारों का पीसी का सीन हो गया यार। हम पता है सुबह से थे वहाँ पे, 1 बजे से थे कि लैन खेलेंगे, शो मैच खेलेंगे भाई, हुआ ही नहीं, हुआ ही नहीं भाई, हुआ ही नहीं भाई, क्या बोलूँ भाई। ओके भाई, तो अभी तक हमने जो अभी मैटर हुआ कुछ तो वो हमने देखा भी नहीं है, ठीक है। किक पे हमने बस देखा था, रोहित भाई के मैसेज पढ़े थे। मुझे पता भी नहीं अभी क्या हुआ है, ठीक है। पता नहीं, लोग बहुत भर रहे थे किक पे कि मैटर हो गया, मैटर हो गया। स्ट्रेट फ्रॉम क्लिक टू आईटी, लेट्स गो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो। मैं एक स्ट्रीम का डाल देता हूँ, अपनी स्ट्रीम प्रमोट करके इंस्टाग्राम से बंदे तो बुला लें अपनी स्ट्रीम पे। एक सेकंड रुको, स्टोरी डालने दो। कौन सा मैटर क्या, मुझे भी नहीं पता अभी क्या हुआ है। चैट भर रही थी मुझे कि भाई ये हो गया, ब्रॉडकास्ट देखो स्काउट भाई का। मैंने देखा बड़े बड़े मैसेज थे रोहित भाई के, कुछ तो हुआ भाई तगड़ा। और अगर आर से बात आई है तो हमें तो बोलना ही पड़ेगा मेरे भाई। एक सेकंड रुको, बाय द वे मैंने लोगो भी डाउनलोड कर लिया है। ओई लो बेटे, लो बेटे, ओई लो बेटे, ये लो, ये लो। स्टोरी मत डाल, क्यों नहीं डालो भाई, क्यों ना डालें स्टोरी। लिंक तो कॉपी करूं मैं। जी का मैच ऑल गेमर सीरीज कब स्टार्ट हो रहा है? एक सेकंड रुको, जी वर्सेस एजी। वीएलआर किधर है? ऑल गेमर्स एजीएल। व्हाट्स अप, ब्रिंग बैक वंचत। आई क्या लिख रहा है भाई? इंडिया का मैच यार, हाँ ना भाई, अपनी टीम का मैच है, देश की टीम का। लेट्स गो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो। एक सेकंड रुको भाइयों, मैं कुछ कर रहा हूँ। एक सेकंड रुकना। एक सेकंड रुकना। 13 मिनट पे चालू हो रहा है जी वर्सेस एजीएल। ऑटोमोटो टर्न, लेट्स गो भाई। सामने के प्लेयर्स को मैं जानता ही नहीं हूँ। बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है ना? बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है, सही है, मजा आएगा। 4:30 को स्टार्ट है, 11 मिनट में, सही है। 11 मिनट में हम देख भी लेंगे मैटर क्या है, रोहित भाई मैसेज भी पढ़ लेंगे। ब्रॉडकास्ट तो जो है ये कितने मैचेस बता दो। ब्रैकेट किधर है यार? एलिमिनेशन ब्रैकेट है भाई, ये जो हारे वो हारे, जी वर्सेस एल वाला, ग्रुप डी में। अच्छा, उसकी स्ट्रीम कौन सी है? यूएनसी ईडब्ल्यूसी। अरे बस स्टोरी डालना था पहले। मैं क्या फॉरगेटफुल आदमी हूँ, पता है, बहुत चीज़ें भूलता हूँ, मैं बहुत चीज़ें भूलता हूँ। यो तो बॉयज, अभी इंडिया वर्सेस चाइना हो रहा है, जी वर्सेस ऑल गेमर्स, और एलिमिनेशन मैच है। जो बाहर हुआ वो बाहर है, तो आ जाओ फटाफट से। ईडब्ल्यूसी का एलिमिनेशन मैच है, जल्दी से स्ट्रीम पे आ जाओ। और मैं बाकी चीज़ें भी रिव्यू कर रहा हूँ जो अभी कम्युनिटी में चल रही है, फटफट आ जाओ। एक सेकंड बस, स्टोरी डाल दूं भाई मेरे। आ जाओ, मैंने एक जो स्टोरी डाल दी, दूसरी जगह स्टोरी डाल दी, ट्विटर पे भी डाल देता हूँ। ट्विटर भी पब्लिक बहुत देखती है यार ये सब। एक सेकेंड, RNTX के उसमें डालता हूँ मैं, GE एलिमिनेटर मैच। प्लीज प्ले GTA टुडे। GTA की कल स्ट्रीम होगी। एलिमिनेशन, छोड़ो, एलिमिनेशन चलता है। G वर्सेस AG लोअर ब्रैकेट। आ जाओ, इंडिया वर्सेस चाइना। GE वर्सेस AG, आ जाओ। ओह भाई प्लीज टेल, GP देखा? GP आज है? आज नहीं देखा मैंने। स्ट्रीम बी आएगा, स्ट्रीम बी पे होता है ना जी का मैच। जी का मैच कौन सी? अच्छा तुम्हें दिख ही नहीं रहा है मैं क्या दिखा रहा हूँ। ओ भाई कैमरा थोड़ा ज़्यादा स्ट्रेच्ड है, रुको मैं ऑलरेडी इसको अपने पोजीशन पे रख लेता हूँ। कैमरा को ट्रांजिशन मार के, एक सेकेंड, फकिंग हेल, ट्रांसफॉर्म। भाई किक से इधर आने में ना बहुत थोड़ा सा वो लगता है। मैं 2 OBS बना लूंगा इसके लिए, आई थिंक। हाँ अब देखते हैं सिड वाला मैटर। भाई क्या मैटर हुआ? मुझे क्लिप देखनी है पहले तो। मेरे पे क्लिप नहीं है यार सिड वाले मैटर की। क्या मैटर हुआ है? S8UL सिड ऑन RNTX, क्या बोला सिड ने? कार्तिक भाई एंग्री रिप्लाई, क्या बोला? क्या इसने? नियो ने भी कुछ तो भरा है।
तो किस किस को पता है कल का मसला?
क्या हुआ?
किस किस को पता है कल क्या हुआ था?
अरे सिड की क्लिप
मतलब
देखनी है मुझे। सिड की क्लिप भेजनी है मुझे। सिड की क्लिप किसी के पास है भाई? हूँ कैमरा फ्लिप क्यों करते हो? क्योंकि अब मैं स्ट्रीम में देख रहा हूँ, ऐसा लग रहा है, समझ रहे हो? अब मैं स्ट्रीम में देख रहा हूँ, ऐसा सीन है। सिड की क्लिप देखनी है यार मुझे। एक सेकंड, चैट। मैटर मैटर क्या मैटर? सब काउंट लगा दे ओ यार। मेरा सब काउंट पता नहीं किधर निकल जाता है वो पता नहीं कैसे साइड हो जाता है, मुझे समझ नहीं आता। एक सेकंड रुको, एक सेकंड रुको। इंटरैक्ट, अपने आप वो मूव आउट हो जाता है। ठीक है, फिल्टर्स ऑन, ओके। पता नहीं क्या मैटर है। मुझे क्लिप देख, कल सिड ने स्ट्रीम में कुछ बोला एग्जैक्टली, उसने कुछ तो बोला है सिड ने स्ट्रीम पे। ऑल आई वांट इज पीस। हाँ भाई बोल के सॉरी बोल दो, सही है भाई, गोली मार के सॉरी बोल दो। रुको भाई मुझे क्लिप देखने दो। सिड और RNTX, क्या सिड की क्लिप देखनी है मुझे?
स्पार्की भाई को
लोग ऐसा हो
यार सिड की क्लिप कहाँ मिलेगी?
गया।
जियो ने बोल तो दिया। क्या मैटर है भाई? मैं भी देख रहा हूँ भाई, कुछ तो मैटर है। ओ भाई घातक भाई ने भी बहुत कुछ लिखा है भाई। ओ सिड की ये क्लिप है।
थोड़ा रुक जाओगे? 61 kills ऑल रिएक्शन। तो अब इस चीज पे ये देखो।
क्या क्लिप है सिड
अब
की?
ये क्लिप है जो हमको स्ट्रीम से तो नहीं मिला, बट वेट अ सेकंड।
क्या सीन
ये
हो
वो
गया?
क्लिप है।
ओ ओ
अब
ओके ओके, नियो के पास पड़ी है क्लिप। ठीक है, नियो की क्लिप देख लेते हैं भाई। स्ट्रीमर जगह डाल दी ना। ओके, मुझे बस देखना EWC की वॉच पार्टी किस में हो रही है। टीम हेरेटिक्स, ओ ये वाला नहीं है वॉच पार्टी का, ये स्ट्रीम A है। ग्रुप स्ट्रीम B, ये हो रहा है जी वाला। ठीक है, हमारे पास ग्रुप की स्ट्रीम है, हमारे पास नियो का वो है, हमारे पे घातक भाई के स्टेटमेंट है, हमारे पास VLR है। आ जाओ अब देखते हैं, ठीक है।
अब आप ही देखो ये कौन से वे में।
Have you seen that Rohit Bhai saying that they have exhausted all the sponsors for the jersey? Crazy man, that's incredible. हम लोग का भी हो जाएगा एक पॉइंट पे आई गेस, बट अभी फिलहाल इंडिया में आई गेस 3 ही लोग हैं जो ऐसे डील को अफोर्ड कर पा रहे हैं। तो अभी वी हैवंट एग्जॉस्टेड ऑल आवर स्लॉट्स येट।
व्हाट द फक, व्हाट द फक।
अब आपको समझ रहा है ये कौन से वाले वे में भाई साहब अपने।
तुमने क्लिप देखी है वो स्पॉन्सर वाली? सेंसी की स्ट्रीम पे था रोहित भाई ने बोला कि अपने स्पॉन्सर के स्लॉट्स खत्म हो गए, क्योंकि भाई इंसेन स्पॉन्सर्स आ रहे हैं TX पे यार, इंसेन काम करते हैं लोग। सिड भाई बोल रहे हैं अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते SATL को, मतलब RNTX को कर सकते हैं अफोर्ड, ये बोल रहे चाह रहे हो भाई? वियर्ड मैन, वियर्ड, दिस इज सो। ब्रो इज पुटिंग डाउन दूसरी ऑर्ग बस खुद के स्ट्रीम के लिए। आज तक तुमने सुना है मैंने कभी बोला है कि कोई ऑर्ग बेकार है? मतलब गेम में मजाक में वॉच पार्टी में चलता है कि यार इनको हरा देंगे ये वो, पर तुमने देखा है कि हमने कभी बोला है कि नहीं नहीं गॉड लाइक तो छोटी ऑर्ग? ऐसा कभी नहीं बोलेंगे हम भाई, ऐसा कभी नहीं बोलेंगे ना। हमने एसियटल को भी गाली दिया है। व्हाट इज दिस मैन, व्हाट इज दिस?
टीम से तो नहीं मिला बट
अगर कोई चैट में लिख रहा है, मुझे चैट में आके बोलते हैं भाई गॉड लाइक इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर जा रही है, वेल डन, बहुत अच्छा, बहुत बढ़िया, तुमने हमें हराया, तुम गए ऊपर, तुम रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हो, प्राउड ऑफ यू, यू आर टीम इंडिया नाउ, अब तुम्हें हमारा सपोर्ट है। ब्रो ब्रो मैं क्या बोलूं?
ये वो क्लिप है, अब आप ही देखो ये कौन से वे में है।
Have you seen that Rohit Bhai saying that they have exhausted all the sponsors for the jersey? Crazy man, that's incredible. हम लोग का भी हो जाएगा एक पॉइंट पे आई गेस, बट अभी फिलहाल इंडिया में आई गेस 3 ही लोग हैं जो ऐसे डील को अफोर्ड कर पा रहे हैं, तो अभी वी हैवंट एग्जॉस्टेड ऑल आवर स्लॉट्स येट।
अब आपको
इसका पता है बेस्ट रिप्लाई क्या होता भाई? आपने देखा रोहित भाई ने बोला कि जर्सी फुल हो गई है, क्रेजी भाई, क्रेजी कर रही है आरएनटीएक्स डब्ल्यू, खत्म, बात यही खत्म। अगर तुम्हें आरएनटीएक्स नहीं पसंद है तो भी बोल दो कि ठीक है, पढ़ो ही मत चैट, फिर उंगली करने की क्या जरूरत है?
समझ रहे हैं ये कौन से वाले वे में भाई साहब अपने, अब आपको समझ रहे हैं कौन से वाले वे में भाई साहब अपने बोल रहे हैं चीजें हमको। आई डोंट नो ब्रो, ये बंदा मतलब क्यों इसको इतना, और पता है हम में से लेजिट मेरे को रोहित भाई का कल रात को मैसेज आता है कि ऐसा ऐसा हुआ है, वो लेजिट इतना गुस्सा तो नहीं, उससे ज्यादा तो डिसअपॉइंटेड थे क्योंकि उनका और
हम सेम कम्युनिटी के लोग हैं भाई। कल स्टेज पे गॉड लाइक का कंटेंट आरएनटीएक्स से रोहित भाई एसएडीएल से था, तीनों ऊपर खड़े थे साथ में सीएम के साथ। एक रीजन से ना साथ में खड़े, क्योंकि हम इस कम्युनिटी के हैं, हमें यहाँ पे किसी को नीचा नहीं दिखाना है, हमें यहाँ पे साथ में लेके चलना है। पहले खुद ऊपर जाओ फिर दूसरों के लिए राह बनाओ, सीधे मौत ने बोला था, साथ लेके चलो ना। फीलिंग सैड फॉर रोहित भाई, एग्जैक्टली ब्रो, एग्जैक्टली, साथ में चलो ना। कोई तुम्हें कोई और खुश नहीं देख सकते क्या तुम किसी और को? बड़े सब ऑर्बिट खत्म, खाली। उसका वे ऑफ रिप्लाई वैसा ही है भाई, पर कुछ जरूरत, अननेसेसरी ब्रो, अननेसेसरी, इट्स ऑल अननेसेसरी ब्रो। इस चीज में जोक करना भाई, तुम अपने ऑर्ग पे जोक करो, तुम अपने दोस्तों पे जोक करो। अगर सिड भाई आरएनटीएक्स से इतना क्लोज है फिर जोक मारते हैं, ठीक है, समझ आता है, वो इतना क्लोज भी नहीं है। मुझे देखना रोहित भाई ने क्या बोला है, रुको मेरे को चैट इंस्टाग्राम हटाना पड़ेगा एक सेकंड के लिए, मुझे बस चेक करने दो। दिस इज सैड ब्रो, दिस इज सैड। जरूरत क्या है ये सब करने की? मतलब जेन्युइन जरूरत क्या है? स्कॉट भाई का ब्रॉडकास्ट किधर है? पीसी में ब्रॉडकास्ट दिखते हैं? पीसी में ब्रॉडकास्ट नहीं दिखते क्या? अरे यार रुको, फिर स्ट्रीम इससे ही देख लेते हैं। रुको, कहाँ तक भाई का मैसेज देखता
वहाँ
ना
पे
नहीं हूँ।
वहाँ पे जो लोग हैं उनके साथ रिलेशन उनके अच्छे हैं, ठीक है,
हाँ
वो कभी नहीं चाहते कि, ना कोई चाहता रहेगा एक सुंदरों में कि ये रिलेशन कोई भी तरीके से जेपटाइज हो जाए, बट आई डोंट नो ये क्यों बीच में आके लोगों के बीच में झगड़े लगा रहा है। एंड आई डोंट नो कि क्या सेंस है। जो सेंसी के स्ट्रीम पे रोहित भाई ने जो चीज़ बोली थी, चैट आप ही बताओ, सेंसी के स्ट्रीम पे जो रोहित भाई ने चीज़ बोली थी कि वी आर द फर्स्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन इंडिया, क्या इसमें रोहित भाई ने किसी को नीचा दिखा के बोला
नहीं,
या कुछ? उनके मन में तक वो बात नहीं आई रहेगी कहीं से, एकदम नॉर्मल वे में सेंसी ने और इन्होंने एक अनाउंसमेंट करी कि वी आर द फर्स्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन इंडिया। अब आई डोंट नो ब्रो, इसमें कहीं से भी ना तुम्हारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का नाम लिया है,
एग्जैक्टली
ना तुमको कुछ बोला है, कुछ भी
Exactly.
नहीं बोला है ब्रो। तुम नहीं हो इतने इम्पोर्टेंट, क्यों तुम ये कर रहे हो? तुम आके स्ट्रीम पे एक टॉन्ट वे में, एक डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल वे में तुम हमें नीचा दिखा रहे हो, क्या मिलेगा ब्रो तुम्हें? तुम हर बार हर किसी को उंगली करते रहते हो, फिर रिटर्न में कोई आंसर दे दे अगर तुमको, फिर तुम आके एक अलग वे में कि ओके आई विल बी द बिगर पर्सन, आई विल से सॉरी। बिगर
जली क्या,
पर्सन
हाँ
नहीं
ना
होता।
भाई, कोई बात नहीं यार, हमने ऐसा तो नहीं बोला ना कि देखो बाकी टीम पे तो स्पॉन्सर नहीं है, हम पे पूरा भर गया, नहीं ऐसा नहीं बोला, हमने बोला हम फर्स्ट आ गए, हमने सारे स्पॉन्सर स्लॉट्स भर दिए हैं, तो अच्छी बात है। एसए ट्वेल्व इतने अवार्ड लेके आता है, सेलिब्रेट करता है, अच्छी बात है, हमने कभी बोला कुछ नहीं, अच्छी बात है, सब फुल सपोर्ट भाई, इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करो, फुल सपोर्ट, कोई बात नहीं, हम नहीं लाए अवार्ड, कोई बात नहीं, बाद में ले आएंगे कभी, तुम्हारे जर्सी पे स्पॉन्सर वो नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं, आ जाएंगे, इसमें ये क्या बात हुई कि हमें स्पॉन्सर अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते, आरएनटी से तो कर सकते, ये क्या बात हुई भाई, ये क्या बात है, खुश होते क्योंकि सेम कम्युनिटी है, एग्जैक्टली भाई, हम गेमर्स, हम ऑर्ग्स, हम प्लेयर्स, हम सेम कम्युनिटी से बिलोंग करते हैं। फनी चीज बताओ तुमको, पता है कल क्या हुआ, कल की एक चीज बताता हूँ, ठीक है, हम सेम कम्युनिटी से बिलोंग करते हैं, कल बताता हूँ तुम्हें क्या हुआ। कल मैं इवेंट पे खड़ा था, ठीक है, एंड वहाँ पे काफ़ी सारे बीजेएमआई प्रोस भी थे, मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है प्रो प्लेयर्स को देख के, क्योंकि मुझे भी एक प्रो प्लेयर बनना था, ठीक है, हमेशा से एक सपना था कि मुझे भी इंडिया रिप्रेजेंट करना है, मुझे भी प्रो बनना है, एंड मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है जब कोई ऐसा किसी को चांस मिलता है, होक्स भाई को मिला, अपने टेक्नो वेंका ये सबको मिला, एलएफ भाई ये सबको मिला, ठीक है, आई एम वेरी हैप्पी, ठीक है, मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, मुझे जैसे मैं होक से बहुत देर बात किया, वेंका से बात किया कि यार इनसेन है, वेंका कल नहीं मिला, होक्स मिले कल, तो उनसे बात किया कि इनसेन है, टीम इंडिया है वो, ठीक है, वहाँ पे ना एस पावर खड़ा था, अब एस पावर भी टीम इंडिया बन के जा रहा है, एस पावर ENC जा रहा है, EWC जा रहा है, ठीक है, अब मेरा मन था एस पावर से बात करने का, ठीक है, पर मैं कभी ऐसा उससे 1-to-1 बात नहीं किया, हमेशा हाय हेलो हुई है, अब मैं सोचा एस पावर से बात करूंगा, थोड़ा अजीब लगेगा उसको कि मैं ऐसे रैंडमली आके बात करूँ, तो मैंने नहीं किया, ठीक है, क्योंकि मुझे वो बढ़िया लगता है बंदा, मैंने कहा वो ऑकवर्ड हो जाएगा, ठीक है, मैं उल्टा खड़ा था, पीछे से एस पावर ने बुलाया, अरे अभिनव भाई कैसे हो भाई, मुझे इतना अच्छा लगा, फिर मैं एस पावर से 1 घंटा बात किया हो कि तुम लोग क्या BMHD कब है, BMPS कब है, BM वो मुझे समझा रहा था, और मुझे इतना बढ़िया लगा क्योंकि मुझे BGMI की उतनी नॉलेज है नहीं, तो मैं सोचा मैं उससे कैसे बात करूंगा, बट वो समझा रहा था, एंड इतना बढ़िया था ना एस पावर का वो, मतलब वेरी जेन्युइन मूव भाई उसका, वेरी जेन्युइन, वो खुद से आके बात किया, क्या जरूरत थी उसको मुझसे खुद से आके बात करने की भाई, वो मतलब कितना बड़ा प्लेयर है, बीस्ट प्लेयर है भाई वो, एग्जैक्टली कितना बड़ा प्लेयर है भाई वो, उससे मेरे से आके बात करने का मतलब कुछ मतलब नहीं था, पर उसने स्टिल की, दैट इज़ वेरी नाइस ऑफ हिम, एंड मुझे जेन्युइनली बात करनी थी, और मैंने उससे बात की, हमने 1 घंटा चिल किया बढ़िया कि भाई ENC में क्या हो रहा है, EWC में क्या हो रहा है, कब ट्रैवल कर रहे हो, ये वो प्लेइंग फोर क्या, सब बात कर रहे हैं और मस्त चिल कर रहे हैं भाई, बहुत बढ़िया बात की उससे, मैंने बहुत देर खड़ा रहा भाई वो साथ में, बेचारा बेचारे को फंसा के रखा था तो कितनी अच्छी बात है ये, मैंने उस टाइम ये नहीं सोचा कि अरे वो तो गॉड लाइक है, वो तो दूसरी और गई, वो नहीं भाई, ये हेट कम्युनिटी में कहाँ से है, ये यहीं से आ रहा है, ये हेट हम ही लोग आपस में लाते हैं, और ये ऐसे क्लिप्स जब बाहर आती है तो ऐसे स्टेटमेंट्स बाहर आते हैं, हेट वहीं से आता है। समझ रहे हो मेरा पॉइंट, मैच चालू हो जी का, फिर मैच देखेंगे भाई, ओ हो गया चालू मैच, आ जाओ 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 आ जाओ, जी वर्सेस ऑल गेमर्स वर्सेस GE, let's go chat, let's go.
Seems like they had a really good understanding of how they wanted to play and the maps, but we're gonna jump right into the action right away because these players, they're contact playing towards this B main, but there's a trap set up here from Global Esports. Ready with a curveball, gets the flash down, he gets that on 4.
Autumn.
The Cypher Cage is phenomenal. Crystal getting that pick onto Fangir.
Best point reason, exactly.
Initial one.
Yeah, gorgeous cage from Bai. Really avoids what would have been a disaster for Allgamers in this pistol. Slowing things down towards B main. The other side of things, Harvey a little bit concerned that there is going to be some pressure towards A. Looking to play retake with the trip still up on short. And of course with the dark cover towards top middle. Allgamers trying to cause a little bit of reaction or a rotation for Global.
Feels like these teams at a standstill. GE gonna try to regress, get some sort of information.
Thank you, Nimisha Varshne. Thank you.
Choose not to go. Udo there, he's lit.
ठीक है, ट्रेड हो गया.
They're kind of playing all the way back. That smoke is gonna.
Sorry.
He executes Q, and all of a sudden the numbers are down here.
Nice, Crystal.
Down by Crystal. The fast flood is already here.
अपना राउंड है तो. अपना राउंड है. Let's go.
Udo gets that pick and shrimp left.
Udo time.
Not much to do.
Oh bhai रुको.
One exit on the way out. 30 HP.
Oh bhai.
Nothing left in the ghost here. Reload comes out, but he's pinned into the corner by all of GE, and with only 12 seconds on the clock, it feels like a matter of time.
हाँ चलो बढ़िया अपना राउंड है. पॉजिटिव एवरी ऑफ शुड मोटो. हाँ ना भाई, मजाक करना, हेट फैलाना तो मतलब नहीं है.
I think there's a big difference in, I guess, decision trees or pathways that we're going to head down. If Yudatan chooses to push B, that's probably just the round over, but his patience is very much rewarded.
Yeah, I love that Cypher cage right there. So nice.
Instant cage था, बहुत अच्छा था.
Just getting away with so many of these free picks, walking through those smokes, trying to prevent and slow down the execute. We're going to go back to another trap play here from Global Esports, but this time they're gambling that wrong site. That's information going to be had really quick, while the whole rest of the roster of AG are on the side of B.
Orb tapped, trying to bait out some kind of trap. They just had to deal with one in one round previous. Kira built himself closer to a showstopper here. Crystal looking for some toes. No one crossing mid just yet.
Looking for some dogs.
Yeah, it's a good camp.
Running towards
you
that
know, many Cypher players are toe enthusiasts.
No, I'm not going on this train.
Okay.
कपाली वाले tips. पता नहीं अभी नहीं पता.
A main.
अभी तो बहुत time है अब team बनने में.
Marshall gonna be able to spot any contact here. Fangir running right into it. Actually whiffs the shot.
उड़ो आराम से, उड़ो आराम से.
Another one peeks through those double walls. Patman stuck on this corner. GRQ has a feeling, but Autumn is there.
Nice.
Patman with a pick onto Shrimp, and all of a sudden it looks like all
nice.
not getting any.
अगर वो pick हो जाता ना 50. अरे बाप रे, उड़ोटान.
The confidence from Udo.
Let's go.
Yep, that's a little bit more like it for Global Esports. Despite some shaky stuff on the Marshall, still able to clean up all of Allgamers relatively easily. Haven't had too much of a contest. This sunset pick for 13-9 is really going to test the limits of Allgamers map pool. Nothing really too exciting coming out compositionally from either of these teams. It is a double duelist off with a slight difference in the choice. There are pros and cons to both. The Phoenix very strong in this meta, but Raze is a classic on this map.
I think too when I'm
उनको B pick मिल जाता तो राउंड निकलता Allgamers का. भैया क्या रिवील है.
Sees nade trap plays towards their defense side when they do switch over here for AG, but gun round on lock. Trap towards mid, running out of market. It's Javi gets the pick onto buy, and all of a sudden this round has kind of fallen apart for AG. We need to do something with these weapons.
Now one trade back from Kira. That was just such a perfect curveball paranoia with the haunt for the to open up an early pick for Global Esports, and they're not done just yet. Dark cover towards bottom middle. Javi going to take matters into his own hands, just trying to slip on through here. Fangir somewhat cognizant of this, but the timing is not good for him, and that's an opening pick here yet again in the mid-round for Javi, who continues to push the issue, confirms that Allgamers are outside of A. TP away here as they're looking to meet up with Kira towards that B side of the map, but Crystal has got a gorgeous deep cam and a one-way if this push comes in, and I think Allgamers well positioned.
Yep. Patman towards that A site. He has a back that haunt is back up for him to scan, get the info. They don't really care because that weak side Cypher fully set up here, like you said. The execute's going to come in. The nade to try to break any of those close trips. Prowler comes in, doesn't get anyone. They're giving up that site and planning to play retake. They have a lot of really good retake
plan kar rahe
on Patman with the fade ult, and that fade eye.
Smokes nahi RG pe.
Patman applying pressure for the flank. GRQ breaking through onto Yudatan. That is a lot of entry power.
Not
really going to be having too much impact anymore. Offangle's looking pretty good for Kira on the other side of this one. Should be able to pick up Crystal if he goes unchecked. Nice little high-low on the other side of things. Isn't even needed. An easy one for Shrimp. Allgamers, it was getting a little bit sweaty.
Land pe PC कराते
हैं. Well and truly on top of this one.
तो save कर ले यार.
Regardless, maybe not in clean as a fashion as they would have liked to, losing Kira there on spawn side. But Global Esports still well and truly in on this one. Look how much economy they have. They will concede this round. But really, it's looking to be death by 1,000 cuts if possible. Allgamers will celebrate that one, but I think it might be a little early at this point, honestly.
Of course.
Yeah, 3 weapons down. That's a little bit too expensive.
Exactly.
At best, that light armor.
Bonus round down
for the rest of Allgamers, but seems like they're both doing really
If you had a chance to make a team from G, what players would you choose? Autumn?
For me, GE, they're really surprising me with their defense
Batman
rounds right now. Using a lot of
You haven't seen them win many rounds, have you? Wow. These guys are
what was it, 5 total? 5 total versus MIBR?
They are so much better than that series.
Background से दिमाग खराब हो रहा है.
And the op is out now for Yudatan.
कौन सा background noise?
Towards this B line. Bit more of a spread approach from Allgamers to start this one off. Tapping away, looking to try to take out any cams or early haunts. Dark cover in towards middle. Uditan has been established on this info line, hand in hand with Autumn, who will probably try to continue to build his run it back.
Slow default here for Allgamers. 2-on-2. Looking to end towards A. That paranoia
को यार
in the hands of GRQ. The Prowler actually catching onto that op. That's a really good
कर दिया।
pushback. Fangir using those walls. to
Fan
make
का
sure
बीजन
they're
noise है।
getting
Oh
that space,
sorry,
but still
मुझे पता नहीं था।
entering towards elbow, trying to ping pong.
पूरे
towards
kick पे
that
आ रहा था ये
lane
noise।
where Kira's trying to apply some pressure here with Bai.
Yep. It's a classic kind of skirmishy approach. Deny information to the defense and look for a reaction elsewhere. Have both Bai and Kira ready for the re-aggression into B main if that was what was going to be on the cards. But as it stands, Autumn has retaken this A info line very nicely, and the rotation's already coming in for GE as Allgamers prep themselves for the B execute.
Slow, but it's okay. They're grouped up. But 3 players here on the side of GE already on site. The Prowler's going to come in. The dash out. So much movement. The Hunt's going to scan.
oh,
but
Crystal,
no one's
oh!
connecting shots. Kira getting the pick onto Crystal and Udo. Those 2
अरे ये
went in.
tense
And
position
now all of
बोलता
a
हूँ मैं
sudden
इसको।
that defense, that defense has fallen apart for these players.
अरे
Running out of smoke
Zavi,
is
Javi,
Not
Javi।
able to get anything. Batman and Autumn now all of a sudden left in that 2v5.
Fangir wants to do it. But
Thank
he's
you.
very low on HP. Need a clean round here as Allgamers, and they're all still kind of trapped inside of the site. Global
Save
Esports
करेंगे
very
ना।
much playing for
Exit
exits
price
at this
देंगे।
point. Up picked up by Kira.
अभी थोड़ी tense हाँ ना।
Fangir and GRQ barely clinging to life, and they're going to choose the path of least resistance, pushing over.
You have to
here
make a team
towards
from player
defense.
already current
It's
lineup में जी।
fantastic for them to establish
यार
a
ऐसा मत
foothold
करो
in this
यार।
game of
एक ही
Sunset.
तो और
Should be
क्या।
5 alive at the end of this one, unless they run into Patman.
Both teams definitely have done a lot of work.
Oh, which
onto
one would
this
you choose?
sunset.
This is my favorite thing to do.
Which one?
Oh, it's too late.
I didn't look.
We're already past.
The umbrellas?
No, they were dresses.
Oh, what colors were they?
There was like a wedding dress. There was like a little pink number, you know.
Give me the pink.
Oh, man. Honestly, that round for GE, I felt like they were in all the right
Yeah.
positions, and it just
First
was
off,
not
4
clean
points,
enough.
yeah,
Like,
they're
that was just
macro.
an awkward little exchange. Kira runs into the site and very easily gets a little double entry on, despite a good rotation time for GE. You're attacking
Valorant
into
Mobile।
the strong side.
I
The
personally
orb-
played it
the
currently
orb
grinding
and the
about Valorant
Sapphire
and Valorant।
are
Valorant
both
जब
on
launch हुआ
that
तब
side
देखेंगे यार।
that AG are attacking into. Like, you have everything you need to hold there as GE, and you get absolutely nothing done.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just none of the shots were connecting. They were trying to play around those smokes, but just couldn't find anything. And I think now this timeout for GE actually showing to Allgamers that that was a round that they knew that they should have won as well. Knowing that they were stacked there, trying to talk about their crossfires, or at least make sure they're cleaning up their setups. Because like you said, that macro on that defensive round was really, really good. Almost perfect, I would say, just up until that execute. So maybe talking about maybe the util that they were supposed to use to slow down
Casters।
the execute, to separate, to isolate.
कैरी भाई की
Why they
stream आज
just
आप
weren't
हो?
doing
नहीं
it?
यार मैं
I
नहीं
mean,
हूँ।
yeah. You would have ideally, especially with the Omen in on the rotation, liked a nice paranoia timing through the site that the players were able to play off, or the op to be able to cleanly trying to find an opening pick. I'm not even sure I heard an op shot, quite honestly, and it felt like Crystal was just on a bit of an awkward angle. Regardless, Allgamers will take full advantage of that. A very, very nice follow-up despite not a great start. It feels like they are in full control now. GE getting a little bit of a mid-walk going on. We'll see how Allgamers deal with this.
The op on by. Good spot to be in.
Ooh।
Holding for this pick. Padman's about to peek that top mid.
अरे दिखाओ
Gets the
यार
pick
उसको।
By putting in the
Batman यार
work.
एंटी।
But this whole
Who's
time,
G coach
Javi
right
has
now?
been
पता नहीं।
all the way down that
रॉस
mid.
तो लीव कर गया।
Bai is not falling for it though, playing really
इधर टीरो का
passive.
Savage कैसा है मेरे भाई?
Allgamers, they're not giving up that numbers
I am
advantage
the G
now,
coach right now।
knowing that GE have been so proactive in pushing and taking contact.
There's even been a ping on Harvey's line here. GRQ very convinced that there could be somebody
Oh।
peeking in from this angle. The spacing is excellent from Allgamers. Stinger can only get so much done. Let's be
अरे!
honest, I saw it in the player cam.
Timing
Lapse of
यार।
concentration for just a second on Harvey. Just things seems like GE are not quite focused.
EDC
enough here in the
difference क्या है?
opening parts of this
ENC is
game.
Esports
Need to
Nations
switch
Cup
on a
जिसमें
little bit
teams
more.
as
Allgamers
countries है।
just a
And
slow
ENC is
offense.
org के लिए,
Very safe on
EWC is
the
org
anti,
के लिए,
but they will
Esports
be
World
heading
Cup
towards
जो
the
और
strong side
qualify
with
कर सकती है,
Crystal
आओ
on the
लड़ो
toe.
जीतो।
Autumn's gonna be a big player here.
I just रोज चाय चाहना I know।
Guard those shrimp immediately shutting down
Autumn।
Crystal. 2 kills
अरे
for
एंटी
Autumn.
रे Autumn।
Is shut down by Shrimp, and now Udo just running. They're gonna hear that. Turning around is Fangir with that off, gets the pick. and it's just a shutdown here for Allgamers.
Yeah, very simple, very structured, but sometimes those are the best rounds.
RNT से बोलता जी कोच बन रहा है
Anything fancy as
बेटे
Allgamers, just
RNT
hold
अक्सर
the
जी
angles
एक ही
and
है
give them enough
लीक्स
work to
ने
hang
बोला है
themselves
लीक्स
with.
ने एक ही है
Economy is very, very good on this attacking side now. It's up to GE now that they've started to get some ults in the mix, especially
insane taps, bhai, insane
show
taps.
some better rounds. Taking the timeout in towards the round previous wouldn't have been their focus. Now we need to start to see the adjustments.
उड़ जाती है यार स्ट्रीम
Gun round here for both teams. The ults online. 3 of them towards the side of Global Esports.
तुझे पता है मुझे पता है
Too aggressive just yet. Keeping that elbow control on that A main. Fangear with this operator, just trying to find a pick. Shoots at the lever because he thought it was a gun. Honestly, I would do that same thing. Honestly, we've all been there.
कितने चलता है 3 गेम बेस्ट ऑफ 3
Ball out on the
First to
line,
2
Yutan
wins.
Dealing with the trip, just spamming away. That's a little bit of a win for GE here, but with Allgamers really taking their time, spreading the map and looking
तोड़
for
दिया
a
नियो
pick.
ने नियो का
It's
सही है भाई
eyes on Kira and Fangear v Yutan, who is all on his lonesome. The dark cover almost creates an opportunity for Yutan to
भाई,
take advantage of, but
nasty
has been the case all
तो
of
दिखा
these
कैसे?
rounds. It's just not quite right.
Oh my god, that sucks. 9 HP on Fangear. He got the dink
Almost.
through the wall, through that box, but it just
तो दिखा
wasn't
कैसे
enough.
लेकिन
And now just regrouping. Allgamers, they've been so good at knowing how to end here. That Cypher, though, fully set up on site. They do have this Prowler to break a lot of those. The nades coming in, the walls in, a full execute. The rocket is popped from Kira. He's gonna be able to get one.
Oh, ये round तो बहुत मुश्किल है
GRQ with a pick onto
2v5
Crystal as well. And a 2v5. This is so rough for Global Esports.
I mean, Allgamers are just rolling these sites. Similar to what we saw against Heretics, they were pretty effortlessly able to work their way through the map. Let's run on into these sites on Lotus in particular and find man advantage. Just saw the same thing on Ascent. Very well drilled. This squad straight out of VCTCN. A region where Autumn is not used to
यो कल की
using
स्ट्रीम डेंजर है हाँ ना
unless he's playing EDG.
किक भी करो साथ में कर सकते हैं
4
यार
ults online though for GE for next round. Autumn just getting a nice little exit there on Kira. Patman holding.
किक पे भी करना चाहिए था
I
ना
think this round now,
मिस
this
कर
next
दिया
round, they're gonna be a little bit broke, but they have a lot of these winning.
मैं वाइटीज
conditionals.
गोटेड
I'm
कुछ भी
really
देखती हूँ
curious if
वैलो
we're
का ही
gonna
ऐड
see
आती
Udo
है
do some sort of play with that Neon up, pushing aggressive, maybe taking a lot of that space, but they have to be aware of this op. They need to find that first and just make sure they're not pushing into it, because they've been punished by that now 2 rounds in a row. By in mid, Udo on that A main. They're just getting those initial peaks, letting them run into them almost every single time.
Yeah, it's a painfully slow offense for Allgamers, like nails on a chalkboard, but sometimes those are the hardest kind of rounds to play against, where, you know, you just lose concentration a little bit. The other
वाइटीज
team
गोटेड
has
कुछ
had
देखते
their
वैलो क्या
heads
आती है
screwed on nicely, and then they're coming in with full confidence, and all it takes is a mistake.
चलो
or
जी
two
ये
from
राउंड अपना
GE,
है
and things can kind of fall
इको
apart.
निकालो
Now we're going to get yet another fight over this A side of the map curve, rather the
इको निकल जाते हैं भाई कभी कभी
Prowler in combination with the one way will
मैं
again
शुरू करवा रहा
secure
हूँ
the one way. Overdrive being held here by Yutan, as there are a couple of rifles kept over from the previous round. So once again, a winnable round for GE.
Yeah.
And another, as I said, painfully slow round for Allgamers.
she was acting as MIBR but bro I think the confidence was low MIBR के against snowball हुए time out भी नहीं लिया थोड़ा सा sad था reset नहीं कर पा रहे थे गेम की वॉल्यूम बढ़ा okay
And the up, down, the high, low, top, mid here. Patman and Autumn, they're just holding, trying to get a pick. Udo gets spotted
again
out by
same
Fangear. They're gonna actually execute.
same angle
Only W.
Just punishing those age-old
बाहर की ओर इंडिया की तरफ से
positions.
registered Indian और गया ना
One will go down as well. That's one of the vandals that you wanted to have in play. Autumn trying to put on his cape here, run it back active, and it's a
क्या
complete disengagement.
भागे है भाई अल्ट वेस्ट करा
Now
दी
they're right
ऑटम
back
की
towards that mid. Not gonna fully execute yet. They're grouping B, but again, the Cypher util here, but why not? It's worked for them almost every single round. That one-way cage is gonna go
चलो
up.
केज में फंसो
Again, blocked by Vi's cage. The Nightmare
अरे
getting his
यावी
3 kills. Kira is dropped by Crystal. 2v4 all of a sudden. They're trying to push this backside. Crystal punishes them. Autumn's there to trade, but
अकेले
it's
बंदे
unable
की अल्ट
to
कर
get
दी
anything.
Allgamers ने
Allgamers, this is looking a little bit
Okay.
too easy. And I'm getting concerned about global esports,
अटैक
especially
ऑप के अगेंस्ट
because
कंट्रोल क्यों ले
of
रहा है
what we
हाँ
saw
ना
in their opening game.
अटैक में फ्रीली ऑप कर रहा है
Feels like Groundhog Day here.
भाग भाग के ऑफ कर रहा
The
है
hopeful teams
रोहित
out
शर्मा
Pacific.
2.0 कर लो क्यों
Fangir, I feel like on the operator has done such a good job. I think he was one of the main players I was looking at when I was watching them play against Heretics. On his chamber, getting a lot of those opening picks. It was really nice to see. And
इनसाइड इन्फो दे रहा हूं वर्षा जरा प्ले ग्राउंड के लिए छोड़ा है
worried here for GE as well in the sense of them not being able to push
यार।
back that operator, constantly getting punished by it.
कहां से
Uno,
लाते
he's
हो ये
falling for that
delusion?
Same thing. 2 rounds in a row, make it 3 almost. And it's just really hard for me, for GE, to understand how they can adapt.
रोटेट करके
Instead of
ऑफ मार दी
adapting
उसने
by not playing there anymore, they've pushed all the way up towards A main.
Yep, both of the duelists on the front foot here. Camera spotted out by Fangir, who was looking a pick towards B main. GRQ trying to disengage there with the paranoia, and Autumn will lose his life.
यहाँ पे डुअल्स हार रहे हैं
Trap
बहुत ए
setups
मेन
were
पे
working
बहुत
for
डुअल्स
GE,
डुअल्स
but
भाई
now
सैवेज को
they've
रोस्ट
just
करो
fallen into
क्या
this
रोस्ट
trap
करूंगा
of
इसको
overextending themselves almost. Another pick down, making it 4v5 here, and Allgamers, they're just gonna sit. They know the re-aggression is coming, but it's on the side of B. Breaking
Yo,
that,
Kalki.
it's gonna be a little bit more of information here for
Watchparty.
Allgamers, and they're trying to end towards the safe side. But they kind of have a good setup here, GE. Maybe this is the round that they can win.
Overdrive on in. One player on the lurk here for Allgamers.
अरे यार
Alone on the side now as the
Oh!
TP is coming in from the other side of things. Big 3K for Patman by flanking up through
1v2
top middle.
doable है
Catches the Omen off guard, who was looking for an off angle over the spawn smoke. Plant going down. Crystal.
very doable
Freaking his
1v2
way
very
up
doable
short. Allgamers just trusting the buddy system over towards elbow. Walking
की story
together.
देख रहा हूँ
There is a neural theft, but Crystal isn't using it. There are bodies over on shore that he could have potentially thrown that on top of, but the hat is still well and truly on. Needs to tap the spike here, try to bait out a peek. But he's going to try to go a little bit more aggressive. Jiggled out on elbow side. Allgamers well aware of his position now. He doesn't know they're doubled up just yet. And this feels hopeless. Allgamers just playing this so well until they make a critical mistake, and Crystal capitalizes. A third round out of nowhere for GE, just off of heroics from both Patman and Crystal.
That was crazy. I was really concerned when I saw Udo all of a sudden move out of that A-link and stand in the open. He got punished right away. But Patman, holy smokes, that 3K was really insane to watch here. That positioning a little bit suspicious, but Patman able to get 3, goes for that 4th. Of course, this 2K by Crystal.
let's go
Those
Crystal
are the kind of
let's go
heroics
Pacman
that saved them. But again, they were set up somewhat good. They played really aggressive though towards that A main. Got punished once again, so they've switched it up this time. And finally, we're gonna see some B main aggression right off the bat and leaving that A main alone. Maybe setting up some util to fake that pressure.
C's dodged. In comes the util. Allgamers always ready for it. Reaction from them is looking pretty good here. Yuditan under pressure. Autumn caught in the corner, just trying to keep himself alive with the curveball, and it's a disengage, but it's an expensive little exchange for GE there, but I'm not sure they necessarily got what they bargained for. Yes, they've secured control of B main, and they are repositioning. So if they can try to go for a mid-walk or a mid-crunch later on in the round that works out for them, then maybe that'll be good. But as it stands, they're just spreading the map here and resetting.
Shrimp using that
fair good reset
B main.
देख देख ली बहुत funny है
close, so Allgamers
bye
gonna
so
slow it
savage
down once again because they're waiting for some sort of information. It feels like GE has given it to them every single time.
सही है अब
the
कोई info नहीं
contact
देना
plays, but
कैम गलत
going
है
towards this elbow here on that A site, they're gonna be spotted.
और उनका कैम किधर है
Yep, camera from Crystal will confirm that Allgamers are inside of elbow. Patman is on shore. That's a nice angle for the Nightfall. The cage giving Allgamers pause before as Yuditan has made it up over onto the side. Kira from
Oh,
up
nice,
behind.
Yuditan.
There's a little bit of an off angle. Fangir low on HP. He's already lost his life on the way in. And when will you
आराम से
GE here. Allgamers are trying to bait it out. Another kill for Yuditan. In goes the overdrive and the Nightfall. This is
अरे shrimp
Allgamers are getting torn apart here.
oh
Great
भाई
rotation
अरे
from
shrimp
GE. They are
bro
all over that one.
That was really
Ooh,
nice. The
भाई,
flood retake. All the util
W
being
flux,
sent, just
W.
delaying for as long as possible. And that's what they're missing when that Cypher is set up
WG.
towards that B site. That was really well done. The delay, the cage timing after that camera was broken towards elbow.
Kidia
making
City,
them slow
Riyadh.
down a lot. That's what I like to see from global
EWC का मेन पेरिस में होगा
all that
ये सेटअप अभी शायद रियाद में कर रहे हैं लोग
low now after this, and
ये ऑडियंस के अलावा खेल रहे हैं ना ये
go
लोग
for as many as he can. It just doesn't work out. I think now we're seeing GE play just a tiny
अगला
bit
split
more
है भाई,
aggressive.
मजा आएगा।
They disengaged after getting that B main info.
ये जो कौन सी
It was
वीडियो
really
कॉल बहुत
important
सारे
for
यार।
them. Said they used a lot of their utility.
Trackmania,
They did, but they still had that retake plan.
All gamers
Street
simplifying
Fighter,
this one, a 1-4 with the
Valorant,
Cypher on
PUBG
the
Mobile,
lurk.
PUBG PC,
Gonna
Rocket
creep up into a
League,
B site that is right for
बहुत
the
सारे
picking.
यार।
GE, both Harvey and Autumn.
Red Bull के
playing on
अलावा,
spawn side for the
Ferrari।
retake. Checking for the cam is Fangir. Prouder to clear out all of front
आज भी
side.
है
It's
ना
a pretty
मैच
silent approach here.
अरे सारे
Harvey,
से
though,
आजा।
Dumping out the paranoia. Fast lane
Good
to try
deny,
and
good
disengage.
deny।
One return back from all gamers who are looking to
Kira
try
को
and keep
पकड़ो बस।
Kira alive. I'm not sure that GE are going to check him on the site quite
Yeah।
honestly. I think GE think that all of all gamers have been kind of shooed away in
अरे
towards B main,
यार,
and that
Kira
is
को पकड़ो।
unfortunately not the case. Kira gets the
Oh,
open
Autumn।
side, swings out on backside, go
Good trade,
decently
Udo।
for GE, but they're still in a little bit of trouble.
Good
here.
Udo।
Unit
अरे।
having some impact, but all gamers
क्रिस्टल चल वापस
trading
1v2
out effectively
वापस।
enough here. Should be able to get
NC
themselves
मान
into a
रहा
close
ना।
plant.
Here getting 2 from that position on site after being deposited is actually kind of criminal. The first, yes, element of surprise, but that second he was scanned and everyone knew where he was, still not able to pick him off. And now that spike plant going down.
चलो,
Gets
1v2
the rocket on
अरे
line and
यार।
GRQ just peeks Crystal.
6-4 here. It's a nice little approach from all gamers. It felt like they just got into BE, quite honestly, in a lot of these rounds. But they are so good at exactly what you need to be good at on Sunset. You were kind of talking about the breach meta.
Yep.
Trading utility on this map is everything. All of the reactive utility that's quick, that can be used in these bursts, that can be used to kind of bully map control. If you're really good in these kind of mid-round situations where one team's dumping a relay bolt or a paranoia on you and you respond with the perfect utility, that is exactly what you need to see. In going the rocket, that should be Crystal going down, no Cypher.
Nice Batman। Oh,
Almost good for 3.
almost।
And now it's just the rest of GE with
वो भी 1
pistols.
HP
This was actually just a
दाजू
thrifty
के,
2
हाँ।
for GE using those
अरे
hero
अरे अरे
weapons
उडो एक लगा दे।
to try to get as many as they can. Kira getting a pick onto Javi, not allowing them to even go for that retake. The Cypher trip is going to delay Autumn from being able to go for a fast flank. Udo also unable to shoot that. Roomba
देखो
and
बाय
now
का वो कम है, हेल्थ
3
कम है।
players alive for AG. They know where all these players are. As the flash coming in, Shrimp
अरे
just
इको है,
turns
पर
it
गुड इको
out.
भाई।
And Udo trying to go for one, playing ring
अरे
around the rosy,
यार,
but isn't able to get
क्या
it.
यूटिल यूजेज होता है यार T1 प्लेयर्स का।
Unfortunately.
Tier 1 प्लेयर्स का क्या
And
यूटिल
another
यूजेज
round
होता है
for all
भाई।
gamers.
सुई 400
This
पे लो
sunset
तो पिहाना।
peak is turning out not to be
एरिया
what
टीम कौन सी है?
GE
ग्लोबल
bargained for.
स्पोर्ट्स।
Yep. Really nice change of pace here as well for all gamers.
एक और बढ़ जाता, पता है, वो crouch कर गया।
On a thrifty,
उसका
they
head
still
लगा हुआ
took
था
it
उसमें।
fast, and I
हाँ, वो
really
crouch कर गया।
liked it. A little bit scary though towards elbow. You got to make sure you
Crouch
clear
is
your
handsome,
corners
हाँ ना भाई।
there. Almost good for 3. Trying to get them down, and now 7-4 here. Shrimp on the top of that scoreboard. He's one of those players we talked about. His
7-5
initiator
is good.
util has been phenomenal, but also his fragging power, insane. He has that Nightfall online, and a mid default here for both of these teams. Autumn pushed down.
Big mid walk. It's looking like really good timing here for Autumn. GRQ will go
Nice,
down to
Autumn.
3. Curveball onto bottom middle pushes by.
पकड़ो, पकड़ो,
Lasers
पकड़ो,
under a
पकड़ो,
lot of
पकड़ो,
pressure.
पकड़ो।
They're dumping everything on him. The kitchen
Push.
sink included. Autumn's
नहीं, नहीं,
found
नहीं,
Fangir in the meantime. And forward with the dives.
Isolate करके मारा भाई, nice।
Shrip didn't even use half his util.
Oi, oi,
He's
oi.
fighting hard for it, but I'm not
Let's
sure
go.
he's ready for the third man. And GE will scrape together a fifth at the
Good
end
up,
of
bro,
that
good
half.
up, good up, good up,
Full
good up।
credit to all gamers.
Good
They were
up।
so good at punishing the aggression
भाई
all
पीछे
half long, but GE
पिछले कल
finally
मैच था
caught
ना
them.
आरटी गॉर्डल को हुआ
Yeah,
नहीं
that
हुआ भाई वो।
lockdown mid, Javi,
मारता
really
मैं
good
सबको
timing.
मारता कल, पर हुआ ही नहीं वो मैच।
The second that they turned around, holding that mid from a main, all
Practice
gamers,
करके गया था क्या
they
तू?
just found
नहीं रे,
someone.
अपने को practice जरूरत नहीं होती।
And now going into the second half here, we talked a lot about the defensive macro from GE, but I think
इंडिया से कौन से
also for
टूर्नामेंट के लिए
me,
इंडिया से बहुत
one
सारी
thing
टीम्स
was they
क्वालिफाई
really
करी हैं,
shot
एज अ
on
टीम
their
इंडिया भी,
defensive
एसजीई
side
भी।
against Heretics. I say that. Pretty sure they didn't get a single defensive side on Lotus.
ENC के लिए टीम इंडिया करी है वैलो में।
We don't talk about that.
ENC में
Talk
बहुत
about the
सारी
other
टीम्स
two
खेल रही है
defensive
इंडिया की,
defense
और
really
EWC भी
good.
खेल रही है।
Exactly.
लेकिन मैंने क्या अपना भी बताओ, बस फनी होना पड़ता है, एक्टिव होना पड़ता है, अच्छा गेमर होना पड़ता है, सब में से कुछ भी एक को चलेगा। फ्रॉस्ट तो कोई अच्छा होता,
I
फ्रॉस्ट
find
हाँ
Valorant
यार,
so
पर दिखते
sexy. Just all the time.
What team has the sexiest Valorant?
No team.
Your team, not MIBR?
Harbor is the sexiest agent, though.
Okay.
Thoughts?
हार्बर हेल
I
है।
can see why you're in full support of Marta now. That makes a lot of sense. We followed that argument to its logical conclusion, and now we can move on with the broadcast.
And we're gonna get fired. That's crazy.
हाँ क्या बातें कर रहे हैं लोग।
Every day I wake up and I think, oh, today could be the day. Allgamers, they are definitely earning their paycheck here, though. Could have already been through into the progression match in this group, but Heretics were a little bit troublesome for them.
Yeah.
ये सीरियसली बताओ, चलो एक सेकंड, जब तक गेम राउंड स्टार्ट नहीं हो रहा मैं कुछ बताता हूँ, ठीक है? ENC's Esports World Cup, ENC's Esports Nations Cup. Nations Cup में जैसा नाम है नेशंस, हर कंट्री से सिर्फ अपनी ही टीम के प्लेयर्स होंगे, एक एक टीम एक एक गेम की हर कंट्री से जाएगी ENC खेलने क्वालिफायर्स के थ्रू. इंडिया वैलोरेंट में क्वालिफाई कर गई, जापान और इंडिया गए हैं एशिया से, और ऐसा बहुत सारे गेम्स का है. PUBG मोबाइल का भी क्वालिफायर्स होने हैं स्टार्ट, रॉकेट लीग के क्वालिफायर्स होने हैं स्टार्ट, तो भी क्वालिफायर स्टार्ट होने हैं. मैं वॉच पार्टी कर रहा हूँ ENC के हर गेम की, ठीक है? सेकंड थिंग इज EWC, Esports World Cup. Esports World Cup एक साल भर का टूर्नामेंट होगा जहाँ पे बंदे क्वालिफाई करेंगे, एट द एंड पेरिस में ऑफलाइन खेलेंगे. तो एक अभी एलिमिनेशन मैच है, ये जहाँ से जो हारा वो बाहर बाय बाय, वो नहीं होगा, वो नहीं जा रहा पेरिस. तो ऐसा सीन है, समझ गए? और EWC में टीम्स और की होंगी, उसमें कोई भी प्लेयर हो सकता है. जैसे जी इंडिया रजिस्टर्ड है, बट जी में सारे प्लेयर बाहर के हैं, फर्क नहीं पड़ता, वो ऐसे जी जा रही है, बट जी इंडियन है तो हम जी को सपोर्ट करेंगे. ओके, अंडरस्टूड?
Always a feel-good moment.
क्या बात है.
इसकी
But
फील
the
बना
Leeds
देना.
Wolves back onto the attacking side. This is where Harvey, who's had a
Clip
rough
करके
game
भेज दे
so
विवान
far,
मुझे.
needs to be worth its weight in gold. Pagir, that's a nice opener onto Crystal. The Cypher, you would like them to activate
Genuinely
a
click
little bit
करके भेजना डाल
earlier,
दूंगा.
maybe a little bit later rather, maybe when the site has been taken and
चलो
you're
अटैक है
trying to beat
अपना.
out some of the rotations.
वापस आई सच्ची रे आलू वाली
Hubris
देखी.
from Crystal that doesn't work out for him.
Playing full retake here. Allgamers trying to hold down into sight. By trying to get one, but is pushed all the way off. Market is fully open for the taken Kira. He's sped up onto sight though, taking all of back sight. And GE, they're gonna speed up, kind of, as long as the door opens, into a fake towards that mid. They're just holding now.
Yep.
Opening that door to apply pressure.
Just cutting sound. Kira on the off angle though. He's usually pretty good on the raise. One off a additional paint shell. He's done a lot of damage, but hasn't walked away with a frag. Shrimp on spawn side
Oh.
cleared up by Patman. And
भाई ये
Fangir,
Fangir
who had to
बहुत
rotate
अच्छा
because the
प्लेयर
door was
है.
opened, is now put in a very winnable position. Let's be honest. GE barely clinging to life. Position confirmed by Patman. This is where you try to stall the man out. Haunt. Jiggle, jiggle. But Patman very much not interested in
लोग हैं
taking
यार.
the stall. They just want to try to time him out. The spike is nice and open. GE set up around it. And the off angle.
अरे
peak
nice
from Patman at
Patman
3K
यार.
there. From last year's Rookie of the Year in Pacific.
भाई अब नहीं होगा
is
क्या?
enough to
आपका मैच
secure
बता दो.
GE
नहीं
yet
होगा
another
भाई अब
pistol.
मैच, हमारा शो मैच नहीं
A
होगा. अब
really
दोपहर के
nice
1
mid-round
बजे से रात के
call
10-11
there
बजे
to
तक रहे.
just slow it down. Cut
रात को
noise,
पता चला हमें कि
open
मैच
the
नहीं
door,
होगा.
apply that pressure and
नहीं है,
force those
मर्ग भाई की
rotates.
चाबी
They
है.
really played with Allgamers there, but splitting up just wasn't it for Allgamers. The flood into sight, kind of being successful for Kira, but he gets punished because he's alone once again. Of course, pushing into market too. Really nice strat. Really nice ability to take that map control before even trying to get that spike down. And it's going to be a buy here from GE, the thrifty for AG.
All picked up. Handed over to Kira.
मुझे लगा कि हाँ.
They have been loving his showstoppers, and I can't blame them. The camera taking pictures of a bunch of GE. It's a group photo.
Group
Times
photo.
in B main. There's not really a whole lot to worry them here.
Okay, Autumn. C.
Contacting
ये तो साइड मिल जाएगा, ठीक है? रीटेक का VT है.
Make sure they don't have
वो लोग
anyone bothering
retake ना
them
कर लें.
from market. Front sight is secured though. They're going to be able to
ये
get
अटैक
that
मैप पे
spike
डिफेंड
down,
भाई देख.
but still playing it slow.
मोस्ट मैप्स डिफेंड होते हैं, बाकी
Has all of flank
डिपेंड
down.
करता है ऑनेस्टली
These
टीम पे
players,
कि उनका क्या
all
स्ट्रांग है,
gamers,
उनका
just
अटैक
trying to
अच्छा है,
find
डिफेंड
an
अच्छा है. फर्क
isolated
नहीं पड़ता
player.
भाई एक टाइम के
Play
बाद.
in spawn though.
They just don't really give away too
Chocolate
much.
gira
I think
diya.
Allgamers are playing the purest game so far. Shrimp caught on spawn side. Shorty
Oh.
out.
Nice
the
Patman,
other
good,
side of the
good,
spawn,
good.
But checked well by Patman. So far, not really too much damage to speak of here by Allgamers, who may isolate Crystal, but with a Marshall in towards spawn side, I don't think he's really going to care too much. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Oh, he was hoping to catch his Russian counterpart off guard there, but not given the opportunity. And as it stands here, GE cleaning up everything that they would have wanted. 7 apiece and a
Gujarati
flawless
aati hai nahi bhai.
anti-eco. Yet another great start to a half.
गुड जी.
Neck and neck. The bonus now for global esports. Allgamers are going to have their buy.
तो गेमिंग चैट स्टार्ट
Their
करा तो टिप्स दे दो.
defensive rounds I've talked about.
भाई just
previously
stay
from
consistent
Team
man.
Heretics, the way that they played against them, it looked
अभी
really,
अपना इंदौर का.
really
यस
good,
सर,
and I
अपना
think
भाई इंदौर के हैं.
I'm interested to see how they play against this team because again, this is the first time that we've
Faster
seen this
racing
map
tech.
for Allgamers this year.
Yeah, coming back into the pool, Sunset may kind of
Best
decide
IMs
some
what
of
does
these
Abhinav
series
use?
that we
मैं
have
use
here in
करता हूँ
the WSC.
KZ Pro.
It's a classic round, fisticuffs
ये
over
बहुत
a
अच्छा IMs है.
GRQ.
ये ले
Defending
सकते हो
elbows
तुम.
super nicely. Fangir's got
Best
him
for
back with the relay
Valorant and
ball, just
streaming, both.
pushing GE away, who throw down their own
अपन भी भाई, let's go
hot
भाई.
hands. Autumn considering the curveball in the
He's
meantime. though,
pistol!
through the top middle smoke, Kira is more than ready for it. And this is not what GE bargained for on their bonus. Harvey also called off by Shrimp. And the last
का
two
aim बहुत
players
अच्छा है.
on elbow. It's a nice double peak timing.
हाँ.
Only one kill for GE, which earns himself his run it back. But
Fangir और
that's
Shrimp
not
का aim
something you're
बहुत
going to be
अच्छा है.
happy with.
मैं कितना अजीब था इंडियन एजेंट तो हाँ अजीब तो
They're
था
gonna
बट
be
ठीक है.
happy with that one, at least. All
It's fine.
gamers is still chilling. I think they're really happy with where they are, even though they lost that pistol. 8-7. This just kind of goes to show how close this game is going to be, and I think
Members
this is
इसमें
what
ऐड
we
कर दे.
expected too when
Oh
we were
yeah,
talking
कर
about this
सकते हैं.
earlier.
कर
The
सकते
fact
हैं.
that it's going to be neck to neck.
कर
It's
सकते
going to
हैं.
be
I'll do
scrappy,
it.
a lot of fighting going on, and the aggression from both these teams has been really nice to watch.
It's good money for Allgamers. 4 players with about 2k in the back pocket should things go awry here. GE walking up in B main. They've been keeping this attacking side pretty simple so far. Just been just falling on in. And why wouldn't you when you've got a runner back to lead the way straight into the Cypher
Nice,
Autumn! His utility is not really how Allgamers would have wanted that to go.
Yeah, the Cypher setup just not being good enough. No delay at all. They keep playing retake on this B site, and now they haven't been able to take it back just
Yinsu
yet.
for streamer said
Fangir trying to get
FNS
a pick
IT
here, but
support.
Autumn holding a really nice pixel
Yinsu
angle.
बढ़िया caster है.
Balls just off of
Yinsu
it.
calling.
Players for GE playing a post plan, aggressing all of a sudden into the site is Allgamers. Even though they got hit by that nightfall, it's going to delay them just a little bit, unable to just go in and scale. Players taking this market. Udo, he knows no one's there. Everyone's out back site. Javi gets the pick onto Shrimp and GRQ. Trying to find anything. Kira, Patman.
Nice Patman.
Trades back and forth. GRQ with another.
One enemy remaining.
Patman with another.
Let's
back
go.
and forth once again.
Let's
and
go.
these players, they're chasing after Fangi here, trying to get him to not save this and not die to the spike.
Another round win for GE. Cypher Trip will confirm that he's made it out of dodge, but Allgamers, I think it's good that they've held on to one gun. The rest of the boys will have money to reinvest in that one, but GE keeping things simple has worked out a treat for them. The right back leads the way into the site, and the post plant was easy as you like. Patman, courtesy of his multi-frag on the pistol, earns himself a nightfall early on. You saw them putting spike plants and some orbs into that as well. And I think that ultimate really secured this round after a clean pick onto the Cypher.
Yeah, that mid-round has been really nice here, even after the post plants for GE. On that pistol, taking market, knowing they can't get that spike down without any space. They're prioritizing, pushing and playing aggressive, making sure they're able to play a post plan situation for more than just that beating angle. And they've done it again this round, using the Nightfall to delay for so long the outcome from backside, because once again they had that market control. If I'm Allgamers here, I'm talking about how we're going to fix our retakes. Yes, Spy wasn't able to delay as much on site on that Cypher, but still taking more than one angle in their retakes. Yes, they're trying to trade coming out backside 4 players in a nice retake, nice little crossfire, but no one's going to peek into them. GE, they've been so good at not giving that up.
I mean, I'm seeing similar problems for both teams, quite honestly, in the fact that I feel like people are playing off angles a lot and playing for picks coming into the side. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But in general, if you can wait for the big punchy pieces of utility, like a really high percentage paranoia through part of the site, or you have a really nice retake plan where the utils actually hit, that's when things get a lot easier for you coming back into B. B main dominated. You don't have to end up in a retake if the other team doesn't make it into B main. But maybe you'll...
बहुत दिनों का F1 नहीं खेला आपने हाँ यार खेलूंगा लोग देखते नहीं है यार
Allgamers 3 guns online for them, the 3 rifles. Cypher playing that passive setup by. He knows that they're coming in. He hears it. That camera's gonna spot 3 of those players. And the rotates are coming in, but this is where they struggle.
November, December.
They're playing completely off. There's almost no delay. Kira, he does have the rocket online, but they need to come up with a good plan because GE, they've taken towards spawn. They're trying to push in. They're trying to deny all that space.
Cease comes out. Oh, utils exchanged here. Autumn punished on spawn side. In goes the rocket from Kira. Really looking for anyone on GE, leading the way, zoning the rest of GE away. Confirms Harvey's position. Yuditan down on Jen, and now it's just Patman and Crystal. Trying to get it done from elbow side. A lot for Crystal to do here. He's been mechanically very sharp lately. Half is on from Shrimp. He's not going to stick it to completion. It's a up
अरे
down there from
यार!
Allgamers. Perfection on top of the spike, and they'll take the lead.
They've learned their lesson, holding passive in spawn,
हाँ
knowing
ना
that
भाई।
something was going to happen. They were going to take some sort of control.
चाइनीज प्लेयर्स कुछ भी हैं
And Allgamers
और इसमें
punish
बिल्कुल भैया
Autumn for
कंसिस्टेंट रह
pushing
के यार
too
कोलैब्स
deep into
करो
spawn,
कंसिस्टेंट रहो
overextending, trying to use that curveball to get away with it, but unable to. And a beautiful use of util. The haunt timing too, coming in with that rocket to be able to scan that player top site, allow Kira to get that pick. Really nicely done, and just the timing on the spacing here as well, the pathing, everything looking really good for Allgamers.
Yeah, really segmenting GE and making them uncomfortable with the rocket was very, very nice. Now they have put GE in much the same kind of position, only the singular rifle being afforded courtesy of some multi-fragging in from Crystal. Allgamers really looking to secure control of their economy if they can. Couple players with some extra cash.
हाँ मुंबई में
Outlaws there for Fangir. Crystal's found
बहुत
Kira.
बारिश हो रहा
It's a
है
nice pick from the Cypher, who has overextended in one or two of these rounds. Oh, spike dropped in B main. That's going to be hard
अरे
for GE,
यार।
and the Outlaw is really kind of getting some carnage done here. Autumn with the Bandit.
One
Doing a
FPO.
lot of work, quite honestly. Pushing things into a 2-on-2. This is still winnable.
यस यस यस
Spawn
ऑटम
side.
कैंप क्रिस्टल नहीं
Join Autumn. He's gonna curveball in
Autumn
combination
camp करना
there
था
with the
यार।
hero of theft. Caught by the seas is Autumn. He's under a lot of pressure here. Spike going down from Crystal in the back line.
फ्लैश है तेरे पे
Autumn trying to bark as loud as he can. He's one off a runner back. That's his last curveball. That's the
अटक गया
power
यार
of
ऑटम
AG.
अटक गया है
Very tentative. Trying to clear out Autumn in this close corner. Crystal trying to play
Crystal peek
off
दे
of
दे।
the back of Autumn's contact here. Missing his shot. That's the last prowler out from Shrimp.
Ult है Autumn।
Going down here.
अरे!
A little bit of damage now as we head into a one-on-one. Shrimp
ओह
very much
ओह
ready for the
नहीं
Crystal. Unfortunately, the
नहीं
backwards crab walk is not as effective when you're playing against the Shrimp. He's all over the crustacean movements.
That's crazy, Shrimp. One of the players
main
we
and value
talked
Reina
about in the
Cypher.
pre-show, because he's been so phenomenal, especially in those clutches, especially with his util. He's just constantly been top fragging as well. able to
Membership gift
trade.
कर दूं membership
I
gift
think
करूं
they're
chat आ
on
जाओ
him, using,
आ जाओ।
chaining his util to try to delay that retake for as long as
आप लोगों को
possible.
membership
Fangir
gift
getting
करूंगा।
free as well. Allgamers, they're still not going to be happy though, I think, with this round. The fact that it got so close, they had those pistols online as well. It's just a struggle there. Bai just
ये लो
getting
भाइयों।
caught off guard once again with his Cypher. He's just standing out in the open, trying to get some sort of peek, and is just punished.
ये लो भाइयों
Fangir getting the 3 though, being one of the main reasons why
All
they won
yours।
this round. Global Esports though running it down towards A this time, going fast, changing up the pace. The util's all out and this site's free.
GRQ on the off angle. Not ready for Autumn underneath him. Takes a ton of damage there. Crystal, nice double inside a middle. That's a man advantage now for GE as Patman gets this spike down.
Crystal's been getting so many picks towards this
अनुराग
mid,
बन गया
getting picks
नंबर
on the rotators every single time.
ओए
now.
होए भाई ये जो बड़ा नाइफ से
At least
तोड़ते हैं, बड़ा
3
कूल
rounds
लगता
he's
है
done that and punished them. The post time coming in.
अरे
A lot of
Ore,
util
Udo.
chasing after that player in spawn, but unable to connect. 3v4, 2 players coming in from a link. The nightfall goes down. Shrimp punishes Javi and elbow. Patman
Nice
getting the pick
Patman.
onto GRQ as well. The op goes down. Fangir unable to get
नाइस
anything,
यार
and Shrimp
G2 गुड
down
मैन
on site.
It's a really nice
Ooh,
reset for
good.
GE. That's the round that they were looking for. They'll
Exactly.
be a little bit disappointed that they didn't get the round
Let's go
previous,
Shinde.
but they know how much damage they did. They marched
और 5
into
gift
that
करता हूँ
next
रुको
gun
chat
round, knowing that the reset was definitely theirs for the taking.
और 5 gift करता हूँ
Still trailing by 1 round, but should be able to get through an anti-eco here. And this has just been super back and forth. Both of these teams fighting really hard for the first map of the series.
I find it kind of crazy that Allgamers keep falling into this trap that Crystal set up towards mid, where he's just lurking, catching those rotators off guard. Every single time he manages to get a pick, and it just makes that retake
बोलेगा, randomly
10
मिलता
times
है।
harder. They keep trying to play this retake as well, just not working out for them when they're not all there. The util as well, they're heavily reliant on Shrimp. If he falls,
क्लिप लिखने से नहीं मिलता
thrifty here for Allgamers. Shotgun and a stinger on the board, trying to get for 1, play for 1, peeking towards mid. Crystal's gonna
Nice
shut
pistol.
down Shrimp.
That's literally the
Shrimp
exact
को
same
निकाल
angle
दिया
that
ना,
he
बस
picked
बढ़िया
here
है।
on last round.
इनका सिर्फ
Or
इको है
maybe 2
भाई
rounds ago. Outlaw looking pretty good in this round. Allgamers with a lot of light armors. Little bait set up for Fangir here. GRQ trying to be the best salesman possible, but the blaze wall goes up. GE are not
यार स्लो मोड
interested.
का
They're going to be heading to the other store, straight into the A site. And they know that elbow is dirty here. That is at least going to be cause for concern. The cage to follow up, but they're going to clear it from the other side.
Nice,
not
Udo.
good enough to hit Yutatan there. The
Arey,
puck is
Fangir.
getting to work, but we all know about the nerfs. It's not going to be a follow-up kill onto Autumn.
Okay, Crystal, तेरा आराम से,
Here,
ठीक है, आराम से time लेना.
That's gonna be heard, and he touches the trip. Nothing really gonna come out of that one. Crystal getting the
Let's
big
go, भाई.
hand
Let's go.
and
G
shutting
fighting,
it down.
भाइयों. Let's go.
All
50
gamers
कर दो,
here.
10 ही कर सकता हूँ मैं महीने का. Limited
Feels
रहता है.
like this next round is super important for
किस्मत ही
them.
नहीं है, हाँ ना.
Trying to get ahead, but for
खरीदनी
GE,
पड़ेगी,
it
खरीद लो
feels
यार.
like they're
सस्ती
very
तो है.
comfortable. They're able to get that mid control with Crystal, like we said. They're able to just
Vortex
be
slow
able
mode
to
का क्या
execute
जरूरत है
as
slow
well.
mode
It
का?
feels like they're just baiting a lot of those rotates. They're playing with it in the mid round. Their post spawns have been really good as well. A tiny bit readable, the fact that they're gonna aggress, but you always don't know which side they're gonna do it. And they've used a lot of really good
Ah,
intel
nice
as well.
Crystal. Let's go.
G,
Backpedal.
I
Let's go.
think,
Let's go. G fighting.
putting themselves a little bit out in front, but AG, having taken attack timeout, want to make some adjustments on this defensive side.
MIBR Leviathan
Still
trauma नहीं भूल
anyone's game
पाऊंगा.
for the taking here.
MIBR तो
Elimination on the line
भाई.
and Sunset, you know.
All gamers
We
को
got a
eliminate
left
कर दो
field
भाई
here
जल्दी
in the
से.
veto.
Yeah.
GE always like to be tricky and difficult to prepare for in every single veto. I remember speaking to somebody about this last night, and they said, that's easier for me to prepare for because you just don't. You just focus on what your team is doing, and then you just figure it out on the fly. There's no point preparing for a team that just changes their comp every single time.
That's very valid. Jumping in though. 10-10 here. Well needed timeout for all gamers.
Let's go.
Rifles, full gun buy for both sides. Fangir has the op though. This operator might be key in them for being able to get those lines on the defensive side and understand how to rotate off of them. Two of these players though pushing towards that B main. Trying to do some sort of seize nade combo if they see anyone. It's not going to catch.
क्या reveal करते हैं
All
लोग?
5 players of GE are towards
युवराज वो
us.
streams पे आओ.
It's
Let's go
fantastic
Dinesh.
here for GE.
Godspeed भी
If
also
they
like
can
right.
reset all gamers yet again, then this should be their game on a silver platter, straight towards the middle of the map. They've read this so well. But can they deal with the 3-stack over towards A here for all gamers? Do you have Bite, tucks himself into Generator, nice and snug, slid on in. Is
Nice,
Yutatan.
Udo.
That's a nice
Arey,
entry,
arey.
peeking
Good
off
trade.
the back of that contact. GRQ only going 1-for-1, but Fangir
अरे यार
is
ये
a player that they
फैंगीर
haven't
हमारे
checked in
उडो
on,
को ही
and he's
बहुत
causing
मारता
some
है. Neon
problems.
dip करने के पीछे पड़ा है वो.
Trying to find another
What's
shot.
that?
Crystal,
179
he is
membership. I
thinking,
thought
no.
59 या
Two of
69
these
कुछ किया.
players,
I'll check.
Kira and Shrimp, they're walking up towards this A main. They might catch him off guard. Crystal gets punished, and now the side has been flipped.
Ah,
Three of these
2v3.
players trying to retake from that A
Fight
main.
पे है,
Elbow is
fight
being
पे.
taken. The op is holding it down. Kira's going to walk up with Fangir. The paranoia goes in. The shot misses. The knife falls out. Javi, that dark cover to delay. These players are going to have to run through it. The time just isn't that there.
अरे
Fangir, Autumn, Shrimp
Ah,
with a
अपना
big
round
onto
था यार
Autumn, and they actually win that
ये.
retake.
Yeah, that's rough. I felt like Harvey.
179 का नहीं है membership. iPhone में महंगी दिखाती है.
Yeah.
Cover on a really nice
मेरी
timing,
179 की तो
but he
नहीं
needed
है.
at least one there to give Autumn a bit of a hand.
Mascot
All
check कर
gamers,
membership
that's a
कितने की है
nice
मेरी?
retake there, but with only 2 players surviving, this is still very much
59
hanging in the
का ही है,
balance.
हाँ.
GE haven't gotten themselves the spike plant there, and with plenty of cash in the bank, still have this reset potential, but that'll only
वो तो
last so
सर मस्ती
long.
में डाल दिया मैंने ऐसे ही.
I think now too.
179 की सिर्फ
GE,
iPhone पे
they know
दिखा
that
रही है.
operator's online
iPhone पे
for
महंगी
Fangir.
दिखाती
They're
है.
gonna be able to understand that he's gonna set it up somewhere, try to get some sort of peek.
Damn.
I'm wondering if they're gonna change their approach, try to find where that op
पर
is and
सस्ती
just
भी
go
है
the
ना?
other way, or at least push him off.
सस्ता भी
And
तो है. हाँ,
maybe they
59
might
भी
be
तो
a
है.
little bit more scared to
मैं
set
आपको देख के
Crystal
ही
up
F1 चालू
towards
करा है.
mid.
क्या बात है मेरे भाई.
But instead, contact play towards the same aim.
Patmans ate the boombot there as
पकड़ा,
this
उड़ो था,
again
nice.
is quite fruitful for GE.
Oh.
Over the top, catches
Oh.
2 players. What a paranoia from Harvey.
उड़ो
GE
भाई.
absolutely roll this A site, and finally it seems like they're breaking through.
Dude, the confidence to just execute, hold
Let's
W
go
onto
to
the
the हाँ ना,
site,
let's go.
knowing that there could be an operator there. They blocked off that elbow with the neon wall and just took that full A-link side. Like you said, beautiful paranoia from Javi. They played that so well. GE trying to punish that operator if they were set up on either of those sides. Of course, Udo with a beautiful
Subscribe कर लो
flank
भाइयों.
there to shut it down. All gamers, though, they're going to try to hold on to this op. They're trying to hold on to this rifle as well. By sitting in spawn is going to catch Autumn. Not able to finish him off, though. 30 HP on him. Fangir trading spaces. The bait and switch, but this time with the op. They're going to see that there. Nothing too crazy, but Crystal, he's going towards B main to try to catch them off guard.
Autumn's still hanging around. And you're right, but at the same time, GE's money is a little bit battered from the last round. They don't feel the need to push the issue. They just want to make sure they can min-max all the gun rounds towards the end of this half. Still 2 left in play. Whichever way you swing this, could definitely have an OT on our hands. A decent enough save on in there for Allgamers. It's going to be a scrappy buy, let's be honest, but at least 1 rifle, an operator, and a showstopper is decent enough to work with. The only player who really kind of is left wanting is definitely GRQ, but an Omen with the Judge can get work done at the best of times, especially on elbow.
Fangir opting towards mid, trying to shut down that one lurker that they found the whole time. He's actually going to get spotted by the cam, and that's really good information here for Global Esports. Please, take the dart out.
That's classic. And not just the pistol. Autumn applying some pressure towards the middle of the map. With Harvey's dark cover. Blazewater to follow up. You know, Autumn is really just trying to apply pressure and make some noise, and he's sensing that he has a bit of a timing here. I think you can see from Bai's movements that he might be aware of that. He's going looking in towards spawn side, as is Kira, and unfortunately, Autumn will give up his life to the one player that can reveal where the rest of Global Esports are coming from. Overdrive pulled out by Yutatan. GRQ tucking himself in towards Jen is going to be very difficult to dig out. Patman has broken through onto Fangir. The operator is down. Shrimp's found Yutatan, but this is the player you've got to be concerned with. In the meantime, Kira has ripped the showstopper onto short side, and this is not going well for GE at all. Just down to Crystal in a 1-on-4. Has a neural theft of his own, but AG are taking no chances.
Definitely going to save that for this last round. The high-low. Crystal's going to be able to get one. Gets shut down but by. And by really good information, really good timing, actually, to just turn around and catch Autumn off guard. You could see the pings on the minimap there. They're trying to tell each other, hey, this is open. Please don't get caught off guard. And that actually worked out for them.
Yeah, good communication from Allgamers. Yep. Got to stay on top of that kind of thing. That's the difference between a tier 1 team and the rest. Stuff from Allgamers. Definitely a losable round for them, and if they do lose that round, they're going to be broken. That's probably going to be the end of the game. So GE now back onto what looks like another pretty good gun round. Nightfall in tow. Need to try to even this one up and push us through to overtime.
Walking up towards mid here. They've had so much success, Global Esports, so they're banking on it once again. The trip there going to get destroyed, and they're pushing through market, but GRQ using that paranoia to delay these 3 players from the side of Allgamers. They played offside, walking all the way back on. They struggled to the site before Patman. Beautiful pick onto Fangir. That's the operator down. And nice! It's 4v2. About to be overtime. Shrimp, unless he can do something, gets a pick. Shrimp, Kira trying to work this. Kira on the fast flank, but that neural theft's going to let them know where he is. Crystal getting the pick onto Kira and Shrimp.
Overtime
3, nothing left in his belt. No util. Just him and the rifle against the world.
Yeah. Very difficult position. Shrimp tried to crack back in onto that one. Finding himself a pick, but GE, even after this smoke elapses, there's not much being shown to Shrimp here. He'll make first contact with Autumn, but it's a nice peek from Harvey. That's overtime. Global Esports able to hold their nerve despite a little bit of a shambolic round on the A side of the map just previously.
These teams neck and neck. Seems like that last round was so one-sided, and this round comes around, and again, it's flipped the other side. It's just whichever team is able to adapt a lot quicker or understand and get those initial picks that get the success. Fangir, of course, dying on this retake was really rough. Beautiful shot from Patman, though, to shut him down. And then again, they don't have any need to fight super aggressively. The split worked out for them. They had all of market. They just played those post plants beautifully. The peaks, the timings, the trades. This is a GE that looks completely different from the last time we saw them. And now they're back on that defensive side.
It's a much better matchup for them. You know, the Pacific and the VCTCN teams very much familiar with each other, often practice together. Autumn has played over in VCTCN for quite a long time, so we'll know exactly what they're dealing with here. Push from Autumn, Yutatan in tow as well. It's phenomenal. Instant neural theft off the back of that. He has just won this round outright.
He's been kind of quiet all game, struggling on the defense side whenever he's on that weak side, or unable to just hold his own. And now all of a sudden using that power, Paman walks out into the smoke. Nobody knows he's out, but Bai getting a fourth. Could he get the ace in one of the most important rounds in this matchup? The ace for Bai! I can't believe it! When it matters, he comes back online.
That is rough for
OT
GE.
ace, bro.
By really throwing down the gauntlet here in overtime. They thought that they were going to be able to try to go for a pick inside of B main here, but that is perfect. Bai is just sitting in the pocket, waiting for them to go on the front foot. As soon as the curveball and the curveball and the relay ball come out from the neon, it's a perfectly timed peak.
GE though falling back into that trap where they overextend a little bit too much. Pushing towards that B main, they get spotted. Instead of falling back right away and repositioning and forcing Allgamers to use their util to re-clear, or at least use their bodies, they just stay. They stay there for way too long. Yes, they could have traded. Yes, Bai. He had a life round right there. But still,
डेली आऊंगा
feels
अपसे
like
डर
they
युवराज
should have learned
मल्होत्रा
that from that first
बुद्धि
half.
टिकल
We
करो
saw
हाँ ना
it so
भाई
often where they
इंडिया ऐसे 10 प्लेयर्स नहीं होती यार
They're
इकोसिस्टम उतना
welcome.
नहीं है ना
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just one of
बहुत
those
कम
things, you
इकोसिस्टम
know.
है
You
बहुत
can
कम
sit back and try to play for some of these retakes, especially with Cypher as your sentinel, and if you have kind of these well-drilled plans, then it can go well for you. But I understand why GE stay on the front foot, and I feel like today a lot of the timings are just not
WhatsApp
really
देखा
working for
IQ?
them, unfortunately. AG are a little bit more switched on. They're often getting the better end of these trades. And this is AG's chance to finally close out Sunset here. 4 players ready. As this elbow pressure is coming in from GE. Up goes the fast lane. They very much kind of trying to feel this one out. Immediate season response there from Strip. Out goes Fangir. GE under pressure
भाई
now.
साहब ये उडो को जो डिफ किया है ना इसने
And Avi only comes up with 1. That's not going to be
अरे
good enough.
यार पहला मैच गया 1-0
On the verge of closing out their opponent's map pick. Crystal in a 1-on-4 peeking into yet another high low, and that's going to be PCTCN getting themselves that first map win. Pacific just continues to struggle here.
यार रुको 2 गेम और है अभी
Winning GE's map
चलो मैं 2-5 मिनट में आता हूँ ठीक है शिवांश से बात करके उसने बुलाया था मुझे वापस यहीं आ रहा हूँ मैं
डेफिन मत होइयो
नहीं यहीं आ रहा हूँ मैं तो 5 मिनट में आया मैं कैसे हो शिवांश भाई
What's up, my guy? We got the third guest alongside us. That's going to be none other than Mr. Abhinav.
Yo.
तो अभिनव भाई, how are you, brother? हल्का सा आपका फोटो लगा देता हूँ मैं random because is cam possible?
यार मैं ऑन करूंगा मेरा स्ट्रीम से उड़ जाएगा
ठीक है तो मैं आपको नॉर्मल कैम ले आता हूँ. Once again we got Abhinav. But Abhinav, how are you, brother?
हाँ मेरा स्ट्रीम से उड़ गया हाँ
कोई ना मैं फोटो लगा देता हूँ.
I'm all good you tell भाई
अच्छी फोटोज हैं आपकी. Yeah, I am also good. I'm joined with Mr. Supernova भाई. He is my partner.
पोकेमॉन का टूर्नामेंट देखने आ गया.
So yeah.
ये देखो चैट
बाकी सब बढ़िया भाई.
हेलो
भाई.
हेलो भाई. I'm all good भाई. देख रहा हूँ पोकेमॉन वगैरह कास्ट कर रहे हो आप लोग.
यही सीन है. चैंपियंस चल रहा है and I'm showcasing the stream में फटाफट रेडी कर देता हूँ. But all right, Abhinav, this is the semi-finals going on और इस semi-final में जो यहाँ से जीतेगा वो डायरेक्ट ग्रैंड फाइनल्स में जाने वाला है. समझ रहे हो आप?
Insane भाई ग्रैंड फाइनल्स insane भाई.
Yep. It's really going like very tight. It's going very tight. बंदे बहुत अच्छे हैं. We had 512 plus participants. तो इसमें से अभी हम 3 लोगों में बचे हैं. Like, you know, if this is done, 2 people for the finals, and we're gonna get our first India's Pokemon champion, by the way.
Oh my god भाई आज क्या डे है esports के लिए यार. उधर G वर्सेस ऑल गेमर्स चल रहा है EWC के लिए. यहाँ पे पोकेमॉन इंडिया फाइनल्स चल रहे हैं. क्या बात है भाई. insane
यही तो फन फैक्ट है. अरे यार मेरे को तेरी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग फोटो लगानी थी, लग नहीं पा रही.
अरे
अच्छी वाली लगानी पड़ेगी अब.
कोई नहीं.
By the way, Abhinav, chat is spamming a lot of hearts and hello Abhinav भाई, बहुत सारा प्यार बोल रहे हैं.
कौन से चैनल पे स्ट्रीम हो रहा है ये मुझे बताओ.
मेरे चैनल पे और सुपरनोवा खुश के चैनल पे.
अरे वाह क्या बात है.
By the way, the burn will KO the Garchomp.
It
No,
will.
it survives on 1 HP.
चैट बहुत क्रेजी. इंडिया फाइनल चल रहा है पोकेमॉन
So अभिनव
का.
भाई, इस गेम का सीन क्या है कि अगर आपको जला दिया गया तो आप मर जाओगे. अगर आप नहीं जले हुए हो तो भी आपकी पॉसिबिलिटी आपकी शट डाउन होने की. समझ रहे हैं आप?
नहीं मैंने खेला ये वाला बट मेरे को जलाने वाला याद नहीं है. मैंने पोकेमॉन चैंपियंस खेला. मेरे पे वो है चारिज़ार्ड है. मेरे पे 1-2 ग्रास बेस्ड पोकेमॉन्स भी हैं. तो मैंने
Okay.
खेला, हाँ मैंने भी चलाया 1-2 लोगों
Yeah.
को चार्जर लेके।
ए बहुत सुंदर फोटो लगाई है मैंने।
Let's
Oh my god,
go.
bro! Oh my
I'm sorry, I'm
god!
sorry, I'm sorry. I'll just
My
switch it up.
god! This is
अभिनव भाई
my
कभी
face when Phoenix Bhai speaks. Oh, this is my face when Phoenix Bhai speaks.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
Uh,
All right, भाई। Here comes the final Pokemon। और अभिनव by the way बहुत quick entry के लिए आए हैं and he'll always gonna be for the quick exit। तो एक काम करेंगे अभिनव भाई, आपके साथ spin the wheel कर देंगे
आ जाओ।
ताकि आप बाकी के 3 winners decide कर लो कि जिनको plushie मिलने वाले हैं।
Of course,
ठीक है?
bhai. I would love to. Let's
ठीक है।
go.
After this game we'll do this, फट से खत्म हो जाए। Siniesta will you able to take
ठीक
the
है।
top apex? The answer is gonna be no। क्या लग रहा है अभिनव?
No.
लाइट जीतेगा या अभी?
I think अभी नाम है उसका, ना मैं biased हूँ अभी के
और
तरफ, of course, मतलब of
ठीक
course
है।
अभी जीतने वाला है।
लंबा चलने
Okay,
वाला है
the
गेम।
Insane भाई, हम
toxic is
Pokemon
coming in
India
on the
finals
Sinistra.
host कर रहे हैं
That's
अभी
gonna be
साथ
really
में,
bad
ऐसे
because
ही
toxic
मस्ती में।
is gonna take a lot of health over there.
Insane है भाई।
Mm,
EWG अब तक 1-0
Oh,
हुआ
but
है अभी।
still, it's not taking too
ये
much.
फोटो भाई, ये
Machagacha
फोटो
can do a
चेंज
lot of
करनी है भाई मुझे।
shenanigans here because Machagacha can heal Sinistra as the turn goes by.
भाई वो डिफ
So
वाला
this is
कैसे
very
देखना है
interesting.
मुझे,
It's a time tire too
परफॉर्मेंस
because दोनों लोग 3 मिनट या 2 मिनट में
पैगनीर
बचे
ने
हैं.
कितना डिफ
And
किया
अगर
भाई
burn पड़ा Toxapex पे, that's gonna give a lot of
अपने नियॉन
advantage
को।
because burn is gonna get stalled.
I think so
डिफेंड
this will go till the
परफॉर्मेंस
end। हम आधे
वो
एक
या
घंटे के लिए आराम से बैठे हैं। कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है भाई। ये वही there was a time when I had a
Udo
match
and
against Siniesta। मेरे
Fangneer
पास खुद भी था और सामने वाले के
3-8
पास भी वही था और हम दोनों बस
Heskia
माचा गाचा मारे जा रहे हैं एक दूसरे को,
3-8
कुछ
डिफ
नहीं कर
हुआ
रहे
है।
पूरे गेम में। You won't even believe।
3-8
बस that's it। That's the
7-3
only thing
फैंगनी को
which was going
पैटमैन ने
on।
डिफ किया है, बट
लकी
ठीक है,
नंबर
अच्छी
हमें
बात है।
देखता हो। But hey Abhinav, if you
5-0
want to choose like 3 of your favorite Pokemons, कौन से रहेंगे? Oh, battle is forfeited। Might won this one। Light said कि भाई कोई फायदा नहीं है। So this
लेट्स
is
गो,
1-1।
अभी जीत गया।
अभी
अभी
जीत
जीत
गया
गया
भाई।
तो
क्या
it's one
बात
each
है।
now.
क्या
It's
बात है।
one each. The final, the semis is so interesting, भाई. You know अभी what happened in the previous round? एक बंदे ने खुद के पोकेमोन को मार के वो मैच जीता है.
Yeah,
क्रेजी
ऐसा भी हो
क्रेजी
सकता है।
क्रेजी सरेंडर मार दिया उसने बेसिकली।
नहीं
अच्छा।
नहीं basically he healed his own Pokemon
yeah.
because he expected opponent to do the protect. तो उसका heal कर लिया तो खुद के Pokemon
मैं
का
आपको
HP खींच लिया and he killed the opponent. That's how
It's
it
like
works.
you know याद है जब हम मुंबई में मिले थे, मैं डेली कैसे सरवाइव कर रहा था।
हाँ।
आपने बोला था मुझे खाना खाना है, फिर आप मुझे गाल पे पपी दे देते थे। That's how
व्हाट,
it is।
कब हुआ?
Just kidding। Okay, let's spin the wheel।
let's go,
Overstretching
let's
it a
go.
little bit। Just kidding guys। Okay Abhinav, so we need 3 more winners
Okay.
and you will announce their name।
ठीक है।
314 एंट्री आई थी for 8 plushies।
हाँ
So okay, let's go।
ओके, एक तो मेरा नाम है विनर पे,
अच्छा let's see।
एक प्लशी तो मैं भी डिजर्व करता हूँ, फिनिक्स भाई का।
कर तो
हाँ।
यार मैंने अभी तक
ओ।
आपका एड्रेस ले रखा है बट दिया नहीं।
कोई नहीं, कौन, कोई ब्लू नाम आया है भाई, कौन जीता?
Oh,
अभिनव सिंह ठाकुर ब्रो, इट्स मी ओनली ब्रो, इट्स
What?
मी ओनली ब्रो, इट्स मी ओनली। थैंक यू सो मच ब्रो। सिंह ठाकुर मेरा
you
दूसरा
doing this,
सरनेम है
bro?
शुक्ला के अलावा।
What are the odds?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
भाई लेट्स गो, सेकंड विनर। एक और ए से आ जाए, बस मजा आ जाए।
ना भाई एस से आएगा।
जोसेफ साइरिल मैथ्यू, अरे बाप रे,
Matthew,
तो बड़ा नाम है
congratulations,
भाई।
man।
कांग्रेट्स जोसेफ साइरिल मैथ्यू।
चलो भाई the
You
final
do the
final winner।
team.
ओके लेट्स
Let's see।
गो, चलो अभी सिंह वापस आ जा भाई।
मेरे हिसाब से अब राजपूत भाई आने वाले हैं।
नहीं, सिंह आएंगे कोई।
सिंह तो मैं ही हूँ। एस से नाम आया है। ओ
सप्तर्षि दे,
Saptarshi।
दे सप्तर्षि दे।
My
क्या
team will
बात है।
definitely contact you guys and thanks a lot भाई for this amazing
भाई
you
आप
know, अपना नाम डालने के लिए।
आप
And
मेरे
thanks a
3
lot भाई
पोकेमॉन
अपनी-
पूछ रहे थे।
हाँ 3 पोकेमॉन
हाँ।
एक है पिकाचू,
बोलो,
ऑफ कोर्स, ठीक
Okay।
है, ऑफ कोर्स सबका फेवरेट होता है। दूसरा है
Yeah।
मेरा बड़ा एक नॉर्मल सा, एक मतलब ऐसा थोड़ा सा अंडरडॉग, सिजोर।
Oh
या
Beautiful pick,
सिजोर,
beautiful
It's a good
सिजोर।
pick. It's a good pick.
या
Thanks for
Good
shouting
pick,
एंड
out
भाई।
that.
तीसरा आई थिंक इट्स
गाड़ी हो रहा
मैं
है।
बहुत कंफ्यूज हूँ। हाँ मतलब गाड़ी भी बहुत अच्छा है, बट आई थिंक लाइक कौन सा, आई थिंक चारिजार्ड ही सेफ पिक लूंगा मैं, क्योंकि उसका फायर वगैरह बहुत अच्छा है। तो या
ठीक है। Good
Yeah.
stuff man।
या
Amazing।
Yeah.
I think so Abhinav।
And let us know
Yeah।
Abhinav जब भी Pokemon Champion खेलना है.
डन यार,
Yeah,
I'll
what
let you
about
guys
it?
know 101%.
All right, Abhinav is also streaming by the way, you can also check him out।
Hell yeah.
मतलब बहुत क्रेजी स्ट्रीम चल रही है। अभिनव, यू कैन एंजॉय योर स्ट्रीम। थैंक्स अ लॉट भाई
थैंक यू
टाइम
सो
देने के
मच।
लिए
अरे
हमें।
एनी टाइम एनी
मजा
टाइम
आया।
एनी टाइम एनी टाइम।
करते हैं फिर किसी दिन
डन
चैंपियंस
सीन
भाई।
डन
थैंक यू
सीन।
अभिनव भाई।
अरे एनी टाइम। सी यू
बाय
सी
बाय।
यू सी यू। बाय बाय।
लव यू ब्रदर।
क्यूटीज है भाई, इनको जाके स्पैम कर दो भाई। मैं इनका ना स्ट्रीम का लिंक दूंगा, इनको जाके ना स्पैम कर देना है। क्यूटीज, एब्सोल्यूट क्यूटीज है शिवांश ये लोग तो। फिनिक्स शिवांश, ये देखो मैं इसका तुम्हें स्ट्रीम लिंक देता हूँ। फिनिक्स शिवांश का देखो, पोकेमॉन इंडिया फाइनल्स चल रहा है यहाँ पे चैंपियंस के। ये लोग ने खुद से ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, खुद से प्राइज मनी दे रहे हैं। इनसेन है। वेलकम फॉर द रिग। व्हाट, जाओ इनको रेड कर देना भाई मेरी तरफ से। लव यू लिख के आ जाना। सब्सक्राइब कर देना यार। इंडियन लीग चल रही है भाई, इनसेन है। चलो ठीक है, कुछ नहीं दिखा, कुछ डीएम्स में कुछ नहीं था मेरे। बच गया बच गया बच गया बच गया बच गया। कुछ नहीं था मेरे डीएम्स पे, आई एम सेफ। मैं इसमें पार्ट लिया, टॉप 32 आया। इनसेन मेरे भाई, इनसेन यार, इनसेन 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 को लव दे देना भाई। RNTX हमारी तरफ से। चलो भाई, ऑन टू नेक्स्ट मैप। 1 मिनट में चालू हो रहा है जी। मुझे देखना है घातक भाई का क्या टेक्स्ट है। सिड का नहीं देखना मुझे, घातक भाई का टेक्स्ट देखना है।
And even last time we, if you
एक्चुअली नो व्हाट, आई एम गोइंग टू बी बिगर पर्सन। ये क्या है? ये अपोलॉजी नहीं है ये। यू नो व्हाट, आई एम गोइंग टू बी द बिगर पर्सन। क्या आदमी है, हट। गुस्सा आती है मुझे। Bigger person, please. You actually have to be up there to look down on anyone. You are the one who stooped low and started to prove a point that only exists in your own head, and you're to play the mature victim card because the backlash hit. Exactly. W Rohit bhai. Let's be clear. I have zero hate for your org. Everyone there is a friend. I respect them, and I genuinely wish them the absolute best in making India proud of EWC. But you, let's take away the shield of the banner you stand behind. Without that attached to your name, what is exactly your relevance in this ecosystem? You're entirely unfunny, rude, and disrespectful. Oh, hell yeah. I think flexing your org is great, but that disrespectful body language in the clip spoke volumes. While you focus on tomorrow, stop being the guy who constantly has to flex his org. Besides, there are quite few reasons your org probably wouldn't want you to flex about you anyway. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, bhai saab. Oh, bhai saab. Insane. पापा का वीडियो कॉल आ रहा है। पापा का फोन आ गया था, सॉरी चैट। एक सेकंड, guys, focus on probably the constantly flex is because there are quite few reasons or probably won't want to flex about you anyway. ओ भाई सेड का कुछ डार्क पास्ट और डार्क प्रेजेंट and start being the reason your org actually has something to flex about
sensei
you,
के stream पे
please.
जो रोहित नहीं
Insane भाई, insane.
तुम्हारा
Oh god, wait. I don't know. One thing if owner to agree on is filling every single sponsorship slot on a team. Jersey is incredibly challenging. Exactly. But Rohit bhai narratives managed to achieve that achievement to land mock it sarcastically.
मेरा
हाँ
काम
ना भाई, ताली
नहीं
वाली
आंसर
मार रहा था
देगा
पता नहीं. What is surprising that many of those making comments. एक second, game चालू हो गया? अभी हुआ नहीं है जी का. Okay. Many of those making these comments don't even understand how the sponsorship work. They have no idea about the value a brand receives, the deliverables involved, the commercial rates and those partnerships, and those claiming that these brands should support esports are questioning the value of these deals. Let me make one thing clear. One of these brands on your jersey is also on ours, and the commercial value is on a similar level. Exactly. Oh, मुझे पता है कौन सी brand है. So before making public statements or talking, taking indirect digs at others, make sure you know the facts and understand who you're talking about. Constructive opinions are always welcome, but uninformed comments only spread misinformation. Because if this continues, remember that we also know the reality of the industry and we can speak a lot of things too. Explain कर यार लूसेंट सिड भाई गए लाइव पे मॉक कर रहे थे, फालतू बोल रहे थे जर्सी वगैरह के बारे में, AMD का स्टिकर हमारी भी जर्सी पे है और कॉस्ट सिमिलर है, ऑलमोस्ट सेम कॉस्ट है, ठीक है, जितना भी पैसा लगा स्टिकर को यहाँ लगाने का, दोनों और का ऑलमोस्ट सेम है। अब सिड भाई जाते हैं अपनी स्ट्रीम पर, बोलते हैं, तो अभी बेसिकली क्या हुआ था, सेंसी की स्ट्रीम पर रोहित भाई ने बोलता है कि बाय द वे वी आर द फर्स्ट स्टॉक जिसने सारे स्लॉट्स भर दिए हैं। हमारे RNTX की जो आने वाली जर्सी है उस पर यहाँ स्टिकर है, यहाँ स्टिकर है, यहाँ स्टिकर है, यहाँ स्टिकर है, बहुत स्पॉन्सर्स हो गए और स्लॉट्स भर गए। तो दैट इज अ बिग थिंग फॉर एन ई स्पोर्ट्स ऑर्ग टू हैव ऑल दो स्पॉन्सर्स फिल्ड, बहुत बड़ी बात है, ठीक है। इवन काफी पहले से AMD हमारे पास। सिड भाई जाते हैं और अपनी स्ट्रीम पे बोलते हैं कि मतलब मॉक कर रहे थे बेसिकली कि हाँ हाँ अरे यार RNT का बढ़िया भर गया SA12 का भरेगा क्योंकि हमारे अभी SA12 को अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकता कोई, ये सब बोल रहे थे। तो रोहित भाई ने बताया था कि उनके स्पॉन्सर में कुछ और सो एग्जैक्टली रोहित भाई कितनी ब्रांड से बात करते हैं, दूसरी मतलब कितनी ब्रांड से बात करते हैं दूसरे लोगों के भी स्पॉन्सर्स के लिए, नॉट सिर्फ अस, वो बाकी और के भी क्रिएटर्स तक स्पॉन्सर्स जाते हैं रोहित भाई की वजह से। तो ये तो आधी चीजें तो हवा की, छोड़ो मैं और बात नहीं करूंगा। ओ भाई ड्राइवर्स परेड चालू है भाई, मेरी स्ट्रीम ना उड़ जाए। हैमिल्टन फोन चला रहा है।
किम के साथ बात कर रहा होगा।
किम के से बात कर रहा होगा। ओ भिड़े, ओए 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 हजार को ले गए। ओए भाई होम रेस पे फन हो रहा है। ओए क्रैश हुआ क्या? क्रैश हुआ क्या? सब गैंग वायलेट क्रैश आउट।
ब्रिटिश है, अरे वाह फेवरेट।
हाँ सिल्वरस्टोन है। बू क्यों कर रहा था कोई बू कर रहा था। सेंसी स्टोरी देखी मैंने, सेंसी की स्टोरी, नई स्टोरी डाली क्या सेंसी ने? लेट मी चेक।
वो सबसे अलग भाग रहा है भाई कोई तो।
सेंसी ने और नई स्टोरी डाली क्या कुछ? अभी तक तो नहीं आई सेंसी की कोई स्टोरी। सेंसी ने और नई स्टोरी डाली क्या? थोड़ी देर पहले देखना सब ग्रेवल पे अटक गए थे। अरे
तेरे पीछे वो पॉम पॉम कौन बजा रहा है?
पॉम पॉम?
हाँ कुछ तो ऐसा।
अरे यार वो खिड़की से हवा आ रही है, खिड़की पीप पीप डम
अच्छा,
डम डम डम,
बाप रे।
बहुत इंसेन हवा है। रुको मैं खिड़की खोल देता हूँ चैट। एक सेकंड
पानी अंदर आ जाएगा भाई।
भाई खिड़की से बहुत तेज आवाज आती है। वो गेम चालू हो गया क्या? जी का आ जाओ।
बहुत बढ़िया हवा आ रहा है भाई, ऐसे ही आते रहे।
हल्की हल्की खोल दे रहा हूँ खिड़की ताकि।
पता है मैस्कॉट अभिनव ना बहुत गलत इंसान है ब्रो।
ऐसा क्यों?
मैं इससे मिलने गया, हम लोग स्ट्रेंजर थिंग्स आने वाला था सीजन 5 है ना, हम सारी रात जागे और ये हल्का सा सोया, सुबह सुबह उठा। मैंने इसको बोला मैं
RNTX नीड
लेट
बर्नॉल
जाऊं,
आए। RNTX को
इसने
बर्नॉल की
बोला
जरूरत नहीं है,
रेस्ट
आपकी और को बर्नॉल की जरूरत है क्योंकि
किसको बोला?
आप लोग की जली है ना। ब्रॉडकास्ट एक सेंसी का देख रहा हूँ, जिनकी जली उन्होंने क्लिप में कुछ बोला। हम तो कभी किसी और के बारे में बुरा बोले ही नहीं आज तक।
क्या हो रहा है मुझे भी बताओ, क्या ठीक है?
अरे कुछ नहीं यार, किसी का वीडियो देख ले भाई। सेंसी का ब्रॉडकास्ट देखो, देखा ये देखा।
सबसे लफड़े में पड़ गया
भाई मैस्कॉट बताना, छोटा ऊपर ऊपर से बता दे, मैं समझ जाऊंगा।
नीचे आ जाओ, ऊपर ऊपर से बता दो।
मुझे सब पता है, तो मुझे
अरे
सारा
मेरी
पता होगा,
स्ट्रीम का
मतलब
स्टार्टिंग देख ले, मेरी स्ट्रीम का स्टार्टिंग देख ले, सब बोला है मैंने उसमें,
रुक जा देख
क्लिप के साथ देखा है।
रुक जा देख रहा हूँ स्ट्रीम का स्टार्टिंग।
उसको भाई ओके एजेंट पे हो रहा है, स्प्लिट है 1-0 हो गया है। हावी ओमेन, पैटमैन, फेड, ऑटम जेट, क्रिस्टल वाइपर, उडोटान रेस, वाई वाइपर, श्रिम्प, स्काई, जेट, ओमेन, रेस। सही है भाई, वाइपर बहुत वाइपर पिक हुआ है दोनों में। ओमेन और वाइपर डबल वो। अरे भाई प्रो टीम्स है, इनको बारे में पूछ मत कुछ इनसे।
अच्छा हाँ तो अभिनव
I think that it can work to have your Sky on the lurk and apply pressure, but if the other team is prepared for you, then it's something that can really backfire. You could be very
और इस भाई की स्ट्रीम है आज, है क्या इस भाई की स्ट्रीम? स्ट्रीम बैक करके देखो, आपकी बुराइयां हुई हैं. किसकी स्ट्रीम पे? तेरी बुराइयां हो रही है.
अरे मैं एस्कॉर्ट को वो चीज बता रहा था कि जब स्ट्रेंजर थिंग्स
भाई मेरी खिड़कियां क्या हिल रही हैं. भाई तुम्हें दिख रहा है हल्की हल्की हिल रही है खिड़की, बहुत तेज हवा है, बहुत इंसेन हवा चल रही है.
Taking a look at our rosters, this could be the final game for Global Esports. On the other
ये
side,
रहता भी तो इतना ऊपर है ना, ऊपर पे आते ही जोर से.
potentially or a new fight against MIBR. This will also be an additional $25,000 if you win this game for AGAL, as they'll be guaranteed at least.
मैं यूरोपियन चॉकलेट्स खा रहा हूँ भाई, स्विस चॉकलेट्स.
हम क्या पूछ रहे हैं, हमें क्या बता रहा है, क्या आदमी है ये?
Pilski, if you are just tuning in to Valorant for the first time, you've been working all week.
क्या बोल रहे हो तुम लोग? बात क्या हो रही है डिस्कॉर्ड पे? क्या चाहिए तुम्हें? क्या जानना है? क्या जानना है?
कौन से फ्लोर पे रहता है तू?
मैं 17th फ्लोर पे रहता हूँ.
भाई मैं 23 फ्लोर पे हूँ, मेरा समझ कैसा आ रहा है?
मुझे करा क्या?
500 रुपीस अभिनव एड्रेस रिवील.
अरे यार इसको बैन करो. एक स्टेटमेंट, बड़ी स्टेटमेंट और जल के कुछ बोलने में डिफरेंस होता है, ठीक है?
मैं बोलूं
चार्टी गायब हो गया.
चैट गायब हो गया. मैंने बहुत टाइम आउट दिया उसको, फालतू हेट नहीं चाहिए मुझे चैट पे.
मुझे कुछ कहना है.
क्या?
वो बस ऐसा कह सकते थे कि अच्छी बात है उन्होंने करा है, दैट्स गुड, हमारा भी हो जाएगा. वहाँ पे बात खत्म हो जाती थी, उन्होंने ज्यादा बोल दिया.
हाँ,
क्योंकि मेरी तो दोनों यॉर्क से बहुत अच्छी बनती है, तो वहाँ पे तो मैंने जब सुना था मैं तभी समझ गया था कि ये तो गलत बोला है.
सही बात है.
कौन चार्ज हो गया?
GE will have to reset a little bit as this round drags on. AG very similar to what we saw on Sunset. It is a very slow attacking side here. Trailblazer goes into the A site once again, causing a little bit of pressure. Fangir gets caught there by the C's, but Autumn, this is an excellent timing indeed. Two players not even looking at him. Spike dropped, and he's not going to need to hang around for too much longer. Allgamers now throwing caution to the wind. Kira straight through the middle of the map, picks up Utan. They're looking to pick up the pace into the B site. They're very well aware that Autumn is still inside of B main, and that's something that they're going to kind of deal with later. Kick that can down the road.
I guess Allgamers का बिका है. उनका लोगो दिख रहा है स्प्लिट के आगे.
Advantage, and this is looking a little too messy here for an Allgamers who, for the second time, have got caught off.
Nice,
Harvey from Sewers does get an additional pick. All finally cleaned up though. Fangir could be the difference.
Fangir का aim बहुत अच्छा है.
2v2, the players are trying to keep that side. They know there's a player in heaven though, constantly spotting for it. I say that, but they didn't actually see him. Patman now has that haunt. It goes online. These players probably trying to play this crossfire. They have to force themselves
insane
out
stream
here.
है मैं
Patman
क्या
and
मिली
Crystal
थी.
trying to scale.
VBS carry में नाटी gamer fleet with Pat Raju भाई, बाप रे.
Crystal getting the pick onto Kira. Fangir with 3, but Crystal cleaning that up.
Yeah, Allgamers still keeping it very, very close though. That is the third pistol this series for GE. It's not something they've had been having trouble winning. But getting the map wins, on the other hand, so far not so easy to come by.
Pistols have been good. I think the proactivity so good. Again, we've seen Autumn be aggressive. Last map on the Phoenix, and now here with the Jet, he's taken so many really well-timed positions. And for Allgamers, I'm questioning, they just need to be a little bit more aware of the gaps in their attack. But now, 4 players towards this B main. Fast take, trying to get that pressure down. Javi, he's alone on this site, but Patman from heaven trying to help Fangir the peek onto Javi. And now Udo somehow getting by on the other side of the map. Fangir getting the trade onto Patman. 3v3 here, 4v3, sorry. Here a setup for this post plant.
Nice open plant there. Trailblazer into spawn side. Allgamers will follow it on in. Crystal under some pressure. Drops the snake bite.
Nice.
To push Allgamers away.
Nice, Crystal.
And Crystal's taken some damage, but been able to clean that one up. Autumn. 1 bullet left in the Outlaw here. It's a tentative 3-on-3. You do not want to get ecoed as GE. And it's looking more and more likely as we go deeper into this round.
Autumn.
And Fangir, a cracker of a double entry to swing on from Shrimp. Gives Allgamers the eco win. That is crushing for GE.
Fangir with a beautiful entry, just holding W and getting across into sight, punishing Javi for having a weird position. I mean, he put that dart cover down after that paranoia towards B main, but still was unable to hold. He just stood out backside, switching from his util to his weapon, and got caught off guard. The timing here, you see that? So hard to deal with.
I mean, they just weren't ready for someone to be that confident.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're expecting people to take the normal timings, and Old Mate is very much licking the snap and sending it. And this game indeed has gone completely postal for GE. Fangia now as the Outlaw active. He's got some help here. GE applying some pressure.
Yeah, that's right there.
Over enthusiastic, a little excitable, but quickly quietened by an AG who are yet again playing a pretty slow one on this anti-eco attacking side.
I guess you could say Autumn has now fallen. Get it?
Yeah.
भाई kick पर करो ना, kick पे भी
Leaving
करूँगा
the
यार.
server, some would say. Shrimp.
अरे यार.
Look, on that spray, looking like a shell of his former self, you might say. Kira's also caught one. I don't want to have anything for him. And it's looking pretty good for Allgamers, quite honestly. Walking straight into an open A site. Shrimp has only lost his armor, and that's pretty much all the damage that's been done by GE here.
Yeah, just playing it slow. No way that GE is going to do something. Maybe a little bit desperate.
Shadows traveling.
Shutting that down. But again, man, that second round was insane from Allgamers. I really like the speed up, the change of pacing. Those are the kinds of rounds that I really like to see.
Well, that's the thing about Allgamers is just like, at least at the start of the year, they run through VCTCN.
Oh my
अरे
God.
बाप रे
Kira's
कीरा.
sending it, as most people are. Was dominated by
Ishwa,
Fangia
ये
in
कौन
some of the
kick नो?
games. Like,
It's
he's the
smooth है, हाँ ना,
memorable
बहुत
player for
smooth
me.
है.
Speaking of which,
Nice,
that's
Javi.
one to forget. A little bit of damage being done here by Harvey, who's being a nuisance on spawn side. Allgamer no longer really interested in trying to hunt him down, although Shrimp wouldn't mind an extra one towards the Seekers. I don't think that's going to be happening. But yeah, I've been really surprised with how well-rounded Allgamers are, to be honest, because I only really remember, you know, watching a few of Allgamers games, quite honestly, and they were big games from Fangia, and I was thinking, yeah, this is just yet another import coming into VCTCN and hard carrying one of the teams. But it's quite the opposite, you know, watching them play here. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. Yes, Fangia is unreal, and that second round is a perfect example of why, but they've got plenty of substance.
Are you straight run? Yes.
Yeah, I think they've done such a good job as well at adapting, making sure they're fixing a lot of their issues, fixing the fundamental mistakes that they did make when they were playing in that stage 1 in VCT. But now a super quick round here, that rocket online. Kira and Fangia pushing all the way into B Heaven, trying to find one. Beautiful paranoia behind.
चल Autumn कर दे
Oh my
चढ़ाई.
God, I can't speak by Javi, but he gets punished with the rocket.
अरे यार.
Autumn under pressure now in the back of the side.
अरे
Kira has
यार.
found Crystal in the meantime.
Udo
Kira
Tan,
from
bro.
Heaven side, hand in hand with Patman. It's a 2-on-3 here. Spike has been dropped. Bai is up close in a pretty cheeky position, ready to swing out off the contact. GRQ in with the backstab, and that's what I was talking about. Perfect timing.
मैं
from
कुछ land में
Bai
कल
as
land
soon
पे
as
था.
Patman makes contact with his teammate, and that is a round for Allgamers.
God, I really like this speed up, the change of pacing, and they've kept GE on their toes now. They have no idea how they're going to play this next round. And it's so nice to see. I really like this duo too, the duelist duo of Kira and Fangia. They're so good at keeping up the space together. The util there as well to follow up.
That showstopper is
Split में एक
protection.
ना एक बार
It
तो
just
mid
shows
fight
how
लेनी ही चाहिए
confident,
यार.
your Raze player is, because yes, okay, you're shooting where the paranoia is coming
Photo
from,
rank
but it's a
with at least.
multi-layer thing. Not only does he shoot his showstopper, but he also saves his own life because the momentum of the ult puts him into a safer position until the paranoia elapses. So it's kind of just a win-win. And that's kind of the difference between just playing Raze
भाई ये
and
लोग
looking
no
like
sentinel
a bit of an
खेलते हैं
idiot,
यार.
fumbling your satchels, and really being one of the better Raze players in the world.
दोनों टीम्स नो
On
सेंटिनल
the
खेलती
side
हैं.
of global esports, they have that rocket
अभी GG हो रहा है भाई, मत बोलो ऐसा.
Instead, a triple setup towards this.
अरे,
Paranoia is going to come in,
Fangia,
but
you're not
a little
him,
bit
bro.
too late
You're not
'cause
him.
Fangia, he's already made his way completely out of danger. These 4 players now leaving one.
Yeah. Leave the outlaw over on the extremity.
He's him.
Continue to apply pressure and keep GE
Hello
honest.
Ayushi, what's up?
They're just going to throw out a dark cover, and you know they put a band-aid over there, a little bit of tape, and they've said, don't worry about B. That's totally fine. AG also not worried about B. Straight into the A site yet again here. This is looking like a bit of a trend in the mid-round against the anti-ecos. I'd love a late round stack from GE, maybe later on in the half if they end up on another one.
Set up for a nice post plant here. They're aware that heaven is open. Fangir, he's going to hear all that noise actually from spawn with a crossfire here. So much util being used. They're re-clearing this A main. Fangir's playing far back, but not far enough. He gets picked off right away. That's just an outlaw, though. 4 players still set up really nicely on site. They don't really have an exit strategy just yet. Kira able to get the pick off on Urotan. Another pick from GRQ. They're just playing their exits now on the side of GE.
That's the outlaw.
Nice pick. Arey.
Bandit not as effective, and AG exiting the site here.
इसी का अटैक बहुत अच्छा है.
Over towards
रीसेट
heaven
करना
side.
पड़ेगा इनको. बेटा कॉम फेंके है मैप पे. नो आइडिया भाई. ऐसा सेंटिनल मेन में देख रहा हूँ कोई सेंटिनल नहीं खेल रहा है यार इधर.
And actually, Kira is the player you would want picking up that pick because he needs to build himself up another showstopper.
हाँ.
Yeah, 2 so early on.
यूवी भाई ऐसे हो.
Would be
भाई
insane.
मैं ना
I think he's
गॉडस्पीड को
3
पूछूं
away.
कि लोग सेंटिनल क्यों नहीं खेल रहे.
But now,
Let me ask
2
Godspeed.
weapons saved for the side of Allgamers. They did drop 3, a little bit expensive, but they're going to be fine. They're going to be able to buy that next round. And an all-gun round here online for this next round. The last time, Allgamers, they just sent it, full sent it. They had so much stuff to go with it, the util, the ults. But they have to deal with this operator. Both sides, Autumn.
गॉडस्पीड बता रहे हैं भाई टाइपिंग.
Getting flashed
Long
off
time no
the
see, Anna.
line. Javi is deposited though. He's going to get the pick onto Kira.
Okay, Javi.
TPing out. That's a really nice numbers game here for Global Esports.
That's a little bit more like it from Harvey. He can be an impactful player even after a quiet first map. It's Global Esports, the player
Double duel,
advantage
double
here.
smokes.
Swing out from
एक
Pavement in
initiator.
the 5-on-4
दोनों का ही
is
ऐसा
probably
है.
not what you would be looking for, but he is always looking to be
गॉडस्पीड ने लिखा है मुझे
confident and trying to take
sacrificing
over the
senti
game,
for
advantage
duelist.
or not.
Chat.
There's the pick from
Oh,
इंटरनेशनल
wow.
कोच ने बताया
Despite
मैं
the
ये
great start for
इंडिया
Global
टीम इंडिया के
Esports,
कोच ने.
in the mid-round they are
If
being
जी को सर्वर
punished for
डिफरेंस देना
pushing the
चांस. हाँ
issue a
ऑफ
little
कोर्स
bit
भाई
too
चांस
much.
तो हमेशा ही रहेगा कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Overextending. Patman there pushing
ऑनेस्टली
through.
इस मैप में डबल डुअल खेलने
Can't
के लिए
blame
ही है.
Crystal, just
ओह
holding an angle, being
करना
under
पड़ेगा
pressure
सैक्रिफाइस.
to peek him
ओके
and
बेटर है दोनों साइड्स होल्ड
Secrets
होकर रखेंगे भाई.
going
एक
out.
स्मोक
That's
इधर
gonna
एक
be a lot
स्मोक
of
उधर.
information. They know that there's a player towards this site.
होगा
Only
कुछ
one of them
कॉम्बैट यार. हम
towards
कहाँ
the A
इतने
side.
अच्छे
They're
प्लेयर हैं.
collapsing here. The Omen ult to go on site. The rocket
Nice,
coming in.
Udo.
Udo punishes.
अरे ट्रेड हो गया.
Bye. Gets that trade.
अरे
Javi
यार,
left in
Javi.
elbow, using the paranoia, trying to scramble, trying to get one finger off. the
Javi,
heel, blind, but
nice.
GRQ with the trade.
ऑटम निकाल दे यार. निकाल दे ऑटम 2v1.
Over on heaven side.
ये निकाल दे.
Mistake there from Bai. That's a freebie, but position confirmed now. This is not an easy 1v1 for the operator. GRQ inside of the dark cover.
चुप रहे.
Creeping around the side. This is patience from Autumn. Scoped in.
अरे
now, but GRQ is a little quicker.
यार.
And that is a round GE very much needed. It started well for them, but denied by Allgamers, who move up 5-1.
That was such a nice round. So close from both sides too. Global Esports though once again falling into this punishment on their defensive side where they give Allgamers the numbers. Constantly peeking. This first kill was really nice. Javi getting that pick, falling back. They had the numbers. Everything made a lot of sense for them. But then just giving it up, and Allgamers really well done too to speed up, make sure they're using those picks. The knives actually popped though for Autumn towards mid.
Nice pick on Department. Going down early in the piece yet again here. He's maybe spent too much time with Paper X, and if this keeps going the same direction, he's going to be spending some more time with them. Autumn, that's a nice double up. Could be the difference maker here. Instant reply from Fangir. Paranoia pushes them away from the spike, but GRQ will get his hands on it nonetheless.
Pack your bags, G.
Waiting in the corner is Yudotan. Doesn't seem like Allgamers are cognizant of the fact that he is in that corner, but can Bai spot him out here? It's a little bit of an awkward situation.
उड़ो चल आराम से उड़ो आराम
trigger
से.
discipline here, my friend. It's looking pretty good to me. And finally, GE in a winning position now. Spike dropped in the middle of the map. Fangir
भाई ये
very low
फैंगिर
on
तीनों को
HP,
मार देगा
peppered
भाई.
up by
डर लगता है
Harvey.
मुझे इससे.
And I'm sure Allgamers,
एस है फैंगिर का.
with the op thrown away, should
भाई
have
सही है
no
ऑफ
business
फेंक दी
winning this
उसने.
round. Fangir's been magical so far. Got his hands on a sheriff.
एक मार देगा तो कर देगा.
Of course.
30 seconds on the clock. This would be an outrageous round for GE to let slip through their fingers. Orbs up. There's just no way in hell.
Yeah, they're split up though. Kind of scary. Crystal playing that close angle. Fangir is gonna hear that snake bite coming in from close.
हाँ.
Falling a bit back now. Playing it
जितना
a
दूर
little
से आ रहा है
bit
उसको
safer
पता
as
रहेगा
the time runs
करके
out.
आवाज आती है.
Fangir probably could have saved
गन
the
उठा सकता था
operator.
यार.
But it
हाँ.
doesn't matter as long as it doesn't get into the hands of GE. They're still able to buy that next round. Spots
सही है,
Crystal,
सही है.
unable to get it, and a thrifty from GE. Autumn, lovely with the
Finally they're
knife.
pushing mid.
Yeah,
हाँ, mid
really
क्यों
nice stuff.
रखना चाहिए यार
Bit
इस
of a
map पे.
mid-walk GE, taking a risk. And despite Patman going down to the operator, which continues to give GE
ये तो
some
बहुत ज़्यादा
problems,
उल्टा
they
भाई
find
मैं हक
themselves
देता एक मार के
tricky little position
मैं
on the
फंबल करता
outside,
दूसरे वाले
being
पे.
a big difference maker.
जनरल वालों
We'll
पीछे
get a
से नहीं
timeout
मारता.
now. All things to be discussed a little bit more.
कहाँ है आजकल भाई कहीं नहीं है.
Timeout
ढूंढ रहा हूँ
actually
उसे
coming in from the side of Allgamers.
टाइम आउट ले लिया
After
ऑल
that
गेमर्स
round,
ने.
they're going to be really irritated, wondering what went wrong, but obviously just not clearing those close angles after getting initially those picks.
India is playing, yes sir. ENC खेल रही है, India EWC खेल रही है. EWC में G है, Indian
Yes, it
representation.
was a thrifty. Yes, they usually like to go for something somewhat aggressive, but still the confidence is there to bring it back into this map, and I think that's really nice to see when you're low.
Oh, well, a pistol round and a win on a thrifty does not half make, though. You're going to have to see some substance on the gun rounds here sooner rather than later for Global Esports. It's not like they haven't been given a couple of opportunities and a couple of picks in some of these rounds, but as we've kind of mentioned, this is very comfortable territory for an Allgamers who have already won the first map. And so far, this attacking side has been pretty faultless, but this could be a big opportunity for GE. Money is finally looking a little weaker, and if GE, after flipping the economy a little bit with those pistols, can win this round and capitalize, this could really change up the trajectory of this game. Same setup we've seen from GE before. Harvey TPing into the corner, but Allgamers are not interested.
Are you following FIFA? Yes,
Top
sir.
setup on that B line, though. Lots of good information. They're going to keep walking up. Might just catch off GRQ here. He's holding, though. He's aware there might be something aggressive going on. He's about to come
Nice
in.
autumn. Nice autumn. ये इसके बाद आप स्ट्रीम
GRQ.
देखा और ये
Now
फिर
they
कौन
have
ऐसे
the
उठे
numbers
और
advantage here.
बहुत सारी और
They
DWC
just
में.
need to
हम
keep
तीनों ही
it
और क्या
clean.
बहुत सारे गेम्स में
Make
अलग
sure they're
अलग.
not getting picked off, but Fangir, he's trying to find one with the op.
बैलों में
Give
G
it to
है.
him, though, 'cause this player's playing on
BGMI
site
में
with Crystal.
EWC
Yeah,
में
smokes are down here for
OG
Allgamers,
है
so
और
that's a bit
Gordel
troublesome.
है.
What I can say, though, is
हाँ
if Bai
Gordel
can
और
get
OG है.
onto that site and actually earn himself the pit, put it down, then that might just remedy the
Drone shot है भाई.
situation. It's a contact approach here for an
If you are
Allgamers
supporting
who
me
were initially
Portugal,
letting
I
the
am supporting
operator lead the way, but now
Argentina.
they're grouping up towards a ramp. GE quite happy to play the numbers. They've got the Nightfall to lean on in the retake.
अर्जेंटीना का मैच है ना आज?
नहीं
पोर्चुगल का है?
Could be online.
ब्राजील का
Currently
मैच है.
playing in that spawn. We have 3 players
पोर्चुगल
already
और
over
अर्जेंटीना
here.
का 7 जुलाई को
Turbo
है.
trying to go for something
Confirm थोड़ी है
aggressive.
पोर्चुगल और
Fangir
अर्जेंटीना का
gets
साथ
punished through that
मैच.
orb
नहीं,
by
नहीं,
Pam and
साथ
Crystal.
में नहीं है,
On
मतलब
हाँ
site,
भाई.
Bai gets one. Crystal
उनका
उनका
gets
कुछ था
another.
कि कितने जीत के ब्रैकेट से मिलेंगे वो लोग.
अभी पोर्चुगल और स्पेन का है.
And now,
वो तो अच्छा मैच है
pushing
पोर्चुगल
towards it
स्पेन
here
का तो.
with 2. 5
पोर्चुगल
HP
के सामने
left.
तो सब अच्छे
2v1
ही आ रहे
though.
हैं अभी.
हाँ
16
क्योंकि वो जीते नहीं ना अपने
seconds
ब्रैकेट में.
He has the rocket
draw
online,
हो
trying
गया
to
था.
go for one. Udo not going to give it to
Argentina
him.
तो
The
बहुत
flank from Autumn, going to catch him off guard. The spike might be able to be planted, but it's not looking too good. 5 HP.
क्या बात है
and
ऑटम.
Autumn gets that kill.
It's a big round for GE to win. Money not great on the side of Allgamers, but I don't
चल
think
मैं
that
उसको पीछे देखना
it
बिल्कुल
gets any
दुख नहीं
easier
हुआ
for
भाई.
GE, who only
वो
get through
छोड़ो.
this round with 2 weapons.
I
One of them
said
will be the
पिछले
operator.
से स्टार्ट कर रहा है
My
वो
big
स्टैपन
concern
भाई.
lies in the fact that Allgamers have a lot of ultimates coming into this next one. Bladestorm,
कार बदल रहा है वो
Showstopper,
अपनी
and a
पूरी
Viper.
उठा
It's a
के.
round that a Viper ult rather. It's a round that really kind
और
of plays
ब्रिटिश में
itself
बारिश
sometimes.
होता है
Open up with the rocket and then put the pit down.
बारिश तो नहीं हो रहा.
And Bob's your uncle.
हो सकता है भाई, ब्रिटिश है भाई.
Yeah, this is more of the play style that I like to see from GE. Getting aggressive in that first early round.
What a pit. Honestly, we saw
Yeah.
the greatest Viper utility in that round. The snake bite
nah,
from the
man.
defense went into Narnia, and then the pit just goes nowhere.
I know. That's why I heard the voice line. I'm like, there's no way that was spent there. But a fast start here for Allgamers. 5 stacked towards this B. They're trying to punish any push. They realize the op isn't here and full sent it into an execute on site. Javi, Patman, really nice crossfire. Bai gets the pick. The rocket is spent. Shrimp trading. Bai, though, getting that pick onto Udo. 2v2.
Yeah, I feel like GE may have overcooked a little bit, but with both of the players in some pretty good positions, then they could definitely pick up the pieces rather.
Bye. Bye bye. Bruno FIFA predictions done by Simpsons. नहीं मैंने नहीं देखा. मैं नहीं कर रहा. News was there but no confirmation. RB ने मना किया है. Oh. Verstappen का इंटरव्यू में बोल रहा था वो कि if we don't start from pit lane then there's no point in racing because the car is still the same. We have to rebuild the car whole again to make it for racing. ऐसा करके उसका डायलॉग था. बढ़िया है.
Really nice. I'm really enjoying the way that they're
That
playing
was
this.
fake
And of
message.
course,
Oh.
by delaying for so long on site, doing a good job. Him and Javi.
तो जी बढ़िया राउंड जीत गई भाई. ये 3 राउंड तो अच्छे निकाले.
Made so much sense, and now they're setting up Autumn for success towards.
एक और ये राउंड में भी जी निकाल देगी क्योंकि
players and
उनका सेव है ना.
Rough by, just the Guardian, 2 stingers.
अबे मेरे नजर नहीं लगती भाई. मैं सपोर्टर दिल से सपोर्टर हूं भाई.
Crystal trying to zone Allgamers away. GE well and truly aware that they're in the middle of the map. In goes the Cloudburst. It's actually a fake dash in from Fang.
अरे एक मारना था. क्या बात है पैटमैन. क्या बात है पैटमैन. इको शेर.
Great reaction.
What a beautiful collapse. So quick to make sure that these
Eco
players
share.
don't get all that space towards heaven. And Javi just sitting on site, aware in heaven that they can't be pushed up and out.
भाई बहुत तेज हवा चल रही है मेरे पीछे.
To get one. He might meet Autumn here, but Autumn hears him running around.
Nico Mexico.
Man, this is
Nico
looking so
Mexico.
good for GE. This next gun round, though, it's going to be a really big telltale if Allgamers can figure out how to adapt to this.
Yeah, I think both of these maps have been pretty tight, honestly. I don't think either one of these teams... It could kind of be a weird situation, like... You think playing against a team that you haven't really played before, the veto can get a little bit weird sometimes, but I think both of these teams kind of ended up with maps that they were quite comfortable on. Allgamers for sure knew their way around Sunset despite not playing it in a while.
versus
Like I
Absolute
said,
Cinema, bhai.
Credit to Allgamers for backing themselves. You're going to be confident on one of your best maps, but like I said, GE have been playing this map since... every iteration of this current roster, going back to the start of last year, has loved this map. Autumn on this deep A info line.
अरे
There's a little bit
Autumn.
of a greeting with by there, but it's not for too long.
जी इंडिया की है क्या? और इंडिया में प्लेयर इंडियन नहीं है. और registered इंडिया है लेकिन.
Off the angle, but still, that operator from Autumn going to push all the way up. But these 4 players.
Hey, can I watch F1 today? No man. F1 races at 7:30. अभी थोड़ी F1 आराम से देखूंगा. और stream पे नहीं देखूंगा.
The satchels, the follow up. Akira.
Nice.
Big Batman, beautiful support
Nice.
onto his duelist, and now the opening, it's gone. Fangir trying to get into A heaven, trying to get anything, but they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah, it's going nowhere fast. Just a sliver of a timing there for Allgamers, but
एक पे F1 यार stream उड़ जाती है कोई मतलब नहीं है करने का.
Off angle from Crystal is phenomenal. All over that one after a bit of a mess in a similar position, and Patman, he has read this to a T. Easy one onto Fangir. And Allgamers stuck up inside of B heaven. Harvey from a nice off angle there takes a chunk out of Shrimp, who has got nothing really left to work with. Can't heal himself. He's heard the rope. And Patman will swing him regardless there. Not
Batman.
necessary, but he's
Let's
here to
go.
send a message, as he often is.
Patman
is
Autumn
the
बहुत
epitome of
अच्छे
confidence,
player
and I
है
think that's
यार.
the perfect example of it.
He's been playing
Too
phenomenal.
good.
I think one.
अरे भाई कल
The power
इवेंट
of
में मजा आ गया
friendship,
क्या?
holding
हाँ भाई
your friend's
इवेंट
hand
ठीक
as
था.
they're trying to run away.
See, that's what he learnt in Paper
Yes.
X.
Yes.
They always say that,
True.
you know? And then some things happened. I won't get into it.
Kira trying to follow up. I really like the confidence from Kira, at least to try to satchel
Let's
the chase.
go.
I think that was a good call, but they just weren't ready, and the Viper wall didn't go up in time either. And now, gun round once again. Last round of this half, trying to get it online. 5 rounds is pretty good for your attack side, but you definitely want to try to get that one more. Just the Seekers and the Omen online for Allgamers. But Udo, he has that rocket. Autumn, beautiful positioning down mid.
It's a cheeky off angle. And Autumn has seen one of those before back home for sure. Not too worrisome for him. And a little dink from Patman. On to Fangir, who
Good grab man. Good grab man. अरे यार.
You can't blame Patman for trying to
By the way,
capitalize, but
fire
that's
card
where
भी आज
Fangir
Lego
will
race
rip
में
the map
देखा
wide
देखा.
open. It's not really super clear about how AG are going to put the pieces together here, but that is exactly it. Spike passed over to GRQ, and he's going to TP over towards A. Seeker's coming out as well here. AG very much trying to feel this one out.
Getting that spike down, but the Seekers is going to catch Autumn by also turning around, looking at the right time. Udo going with that rocket.
Nice Udo.
Shrimp. That's a big
एक नेट डाल दे पॉकेट में, नेट
Four
डाल दे.
v
हाँ
three
नाइस.
now, but Kira, he's all the way on an island towards mid, a late flank. He has to speed up because these players, they're starting their retake elbow. Paranoia coming out, Fanger with a pick. All of a sudden, the trades are down for Allgamers. And a really nice
MBS was
crossfire
running
onto
car.
site.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. I think some great off angles being played there by all
भाई मेरी
gamers, and
खिड़की
a great
बहुत बज
paranoia
रही है.
timing out of elbow gave GE too much to deal with,
बहुत ज़्यादा.
despite being a little bit disjointed.
Insane
Very
हवा है,
impressive at how
insane.
quickly they put that round together. That was 2 players caught by a season A main. You get a pick on the A side of the map. The rest of the team are in completely different postcodes. But passing that spike over to the Omen, who has the ult available, really helped them streamline and put that together.
चाची तो बेटा bye bye Sarvi, see you.
Similar to Sunset, there really is not too much separating these two teams as we head into the second half.
Yeah, Allgamers really good at punishing the second that they get that first pick. It's been really nice to see Patman obviously exuding confidence, maybe a little bit too much in that last round, going for that 1v1.
Yep.
The C's was there,
Insane
but
पानी
still
आ रहा है
it's
बाहर
risky,
तो.
especially when you know that you have no players around you to support.
Yeah, you live by the sword, you die by the
बहुत
sword.
तेज हवा चल रही है भाई.
And
सीजन 2 ठीक है, उतना बुरा नहीं है.
that
अच्छा
kind
है.
of experience is not really going to sway him too much. He's just going to keep doing what he
कंपेयर
always
में तो
does.
ठीक है, of course थोड़ा censored लगेगा,
I
but
think it
इतना
makes
बुरा
sense,
नहीं है.
though, 'cause if he doesn't do that one round where he got that 3K supported Autumn on his fallback, I think it makes a lot of sense. But now, this is going to
ये तो
be
बहुत चला.
where it shows
1
which
मिनट का टाइम आउट है हाफ के लिए. क्या चल रहा है? उनका खत्म हुआ लेगो कार्ट रेस. ए किमी मार्शल्स ट्रैक मार्शल से गए. हाँ क्यों FIA. ओ ये बिन सुलायम भाई, ओए मोहम्मद बिन सुलायम. हाँ बिन सुलायम. ओ भाई इंसेन. तो उसकी कार्ड खराब हुई, उसकी कार्ड पे बैठ गया वो. अरविड का होम. वर्स्टैपन किधर है?
वो सबसे आगे चला गया होगा.
वर्स्टैपन जल्दी भाग गया होगा. वर्स्टैपन की कार्ड किधर है? ये रही रेड बुल. ये कौन है?
नहीं वो अरविंद.
वो हैड जा रहा है. ये वर्स्टैपन है. ये रहा वर्स्टैपन, ये रहा. पियर में ठोक रहा है. सेफ्टी कार भाई साहब, कितना फनी है लगो वाला. उसको बोल रहा था वो बिन सुलायम AMG. भाई वो ऐसा लग रहा है AMG पीछे से बहुत स्पीड में आके उड़ा देगी सबको. फिर ब्रिक्स ही ब्रिक्स होंगे ट्रैक पे. किमी
रोल दे क्या बना है भाई अपना.
ट्रोल तो भाई चिल मार रहा है अलग से पीछे. ट्रोल को फक्स नहीं है.
अलग ही बियर्ड रखा है अजीब सा.
वो स्टैपर लोग के सपोर्ट पे चल रहा है क्या?
हाँ
दबा के रखी है.
पैर मार रहे.
एल्पिन्स के बीच में रखा हुआ है वर्स्टैपन को.
यू कार यही तो नहीं.
रियल रेस यही है भाई सिल्वरस्टोन की. गेम स्टार्ट हो गया. ओके
Mobilized. They're going to retake B Heaven control and make this a little bit
GTA
easier to
real life
digest
हो
here
जाएगा, हाँ
if
ना.
possible. Satchel out. They want to clear middle. G haven't put that spike down. Nice right click from Harvey to start things off. By with the quick entry. But GE are starting to punish some of this flood from AG. Spike hasn't even gone down yet. Patman finally putting that down as GE have got themselves a man advantage.
the heal.
पिस्टल तो
Healing up
अपने
his
रहता है.
team. 3 players though. 2 of them going towards heaven. The spam through the smoke onto Javi. That's going to be annoying. Udo is right below this rope. They're looking to drop with those nades. The flash finally online for Shrimp. Uses it. Drops. Spots.
अरे
Udo.
यार
Not able to
Udo.
get anything. Fangir with 3. Kira with a
Crystal
beautiful
anti.
shot onto Crystal. And all of a sudden
Fangir
this
क्या
round has
मारता
flipped on
है
its head.
भाई.
Oh, just all it took there from Allgamers.
Fangir is
Really.
just too good.
Udatan under the rope, needed to at least take one with him and make Allgamers' life a little bit more difficult from that. All coming from the same angle. But Fangir has yet again, in a pistol round, done something illegal. 3K from him, that spam kill onto Harvey. Honestly, just brings tears to your eyes. You're hoping for a third map.
Oh, that was like the last bullet too. He's just spamming and just the bullet as he's turning away gets the kill.
It's rough. Allgamers will be happy with it though. Starting off this defensive side in a good position. The first pistol they've been able to glean for themselves in this game so far.
6-7 score chat.
Lots of noise towards this B main here. The orb Getting tapped. GRQ taking a nice bit of damage.
भागो ए भागो वाइपर को वॉक इन
Down
कराओ
to 72.
पकड़ डाले
GE
कोई
making themselves look really
मिड पे एक
scary
बंदा तो
indeed.
बुलाना चाहिए
Applying a little bit of pressure to unsettle Allgamers before they go link up with Crystal, who has been chilling with his feet on the coffee table outside of A. Couple of players here for Allgamers. They're just running the orb so far, really trying to min-max that showstopper as quickly as possible. Wall does get dropped, but Harvey is very much on his own there. And the rest of Allgamers have arrived to the party, and it's a great time so far. GE not really getting too much done until you get a little bit of messiness from Shrimp, but one kill is not really going to trouble Allgamers too much. You're happy with that anti-eco.
Yeah, you just want to make sure that next time for GE on that execute, nobody's just going out alone. It's a little scary for Javi. Getting out of that smoke, no one able to follow up. The explosion wasn't really there for them. Pop play through that smoke just wasn't there either. I think now I'm looking at Allgamers this bonus round. They've been somewhat aggressive before when they've played this. Have a good idea, good plans going into it. The full gun buy from GE.
चलो भाई
4 players outside
उनका
of
ईगो है पेलते हैं
really passive holding. This is what they did all of last map, especially
इसी के लिए हाँ
But Bai is going to be playing it safe all the way back on his side while 4 of his players are grouped up.
Nice
auto. I say he's safe, but he
good entry, Udo.
Spawn, getting picked off in Autumn.
मैं
Really like the G aren't scared to take the rest of that space. Full sight now, getting that spike down. 4 players still in mid from Allgamers. It's going to take a while for them to come back to it.
Can't really feel for Bai there. I mean, he walks into traffic. The red man was very much present. So, bit of natural selection, unfortunately. As Allgamers organize themselves for a little bit of a flank. Harvey, who was trying to apply some pressure to in the middle of them earlier on in the round, will get hit by the guiding light. Gonna reply with a paranoia, but that doesn't really unsettle Allgamers too much. Crystal putting up the wall, zoning with the snake bite. Trailblazer and paranoia will push him back. Patman, they're aware of him in the corner here. They're gonna try to push him out. Guiding light and paint shells to follow up. Allgamers scaling in pretty nicely here, but the rest of GE pushing straight through that dark cover on A main. And Fangir, I couldn't even tell you what he was looking at there, quite honestly. He's gonna go down to the spike. GE anti-bonus converted, but not without some losses.
2 guns down, not gonna be too harsh on them. Still gonna be able to full buy for that next round. And now GE, gonna be a little bit happier. Trying to understand how they want to play this map. That 4-1 tends to work for them. Maybe we're going to see a little bit more mid-control here. Trying to bait out that Sky Util. I just really like the way that Allgamers has been playing well together. The operator online for Fangir as well. He's been doing absolutely phenomenally this whole game. 18 and 11. The first peak, though, going to be towards that B. He's not going to do anything way too aggressive, just holding passively. And for GE, using that Prowler, getting information, but falling back towards that mid.
I mean, this has just been their MO, really. Little bit of pressure in the early round. See if AG do kind of react with anything. You were kind of pointing out some of the aggressive tendencies from Allgamers at the best of times, and I think GE are kind of well aware of that. Both of these teams have been playing pretty slow on attack so far in this series, and once again, it's another 1-4 here for GE, but they might walk straight into the operator.
Allgamers slow? Did we not watch the same half?
Okay, yeah, true. The first half, they were pretty good. Some of the rounds, they were slow, though.
Fangir, though, he's about to spot out these players. He's going to hear that raise. Roomba, beautiful flick onto Autumn. And now these players flooding into sight for Allgamers. Ready to get the pick. GRQ getting Udo 10, shutting him down. This execute absolutely decimated. The spike has been dropped. Crystal on the other side of the map getting a pick towards mid. Re-aggressing, taking, almost got the pick through the smoke, and Crystal all of a sudden left in a 1v4.
30 seconds. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, he was the A lurker earlier on, and they wanted to set him up for a bit of a lurk play in the mid-round, but there was no mid-round.
बहुत मेहनत करता था उसमें, पता है उस SMT में.
Passing the test nicely there. They'll go through this round with 4 guns up. GE, I don't know if their economy can really handle this here. 2 players are looking pretty poor. Gonna have to ask some of the other boys to help them out, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like what we've seen from them, though, is really good orb farming. And Udo, one-off rocket. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get it on him. Try to do some sort of quick play off of that, or at least a pop execute. Try to get that round under their belt.
I don't think AG would be either. be
मेरी
well aware.
palm grip है, मेरी भी claw हो जाती है
GE will
कभी
want to
कभी,
be going for those, and this
but
is just
मुझे
one of the
अच्छा
best
लगता है
maps to
calm
punish
grip,
that guy. I mean,
palm
he's just
grip,
showing off at
calm
this point.
grip.
That shot was nasty.
Very something-esque.
Something
Not too
else.
surprising given where Fangir comes from.
Oh my god. No high five is crazy. Ah, there it is.
हाँ.
No high five until the game is done.
This round, though, 2 rifles. The side of GE, their economy is a little bit rough. They will be able to buy next round, though. The op still online for Fangir. He has all of B main, but these players are
There,
super fast with B.
there's a void for storytelling because I feel like for it to make movies or two, so there's that. I'll fill that void, bro. मेरे पे एक script है. I'll fill that void.
Though I would assume, and so of course Fangir will be a little bit concerned about that.
Reposition.
Next year RNTX VCT में होगी. I wish, man.
Be heaven. But this might be the read. AG might be able to get this pick here. That's going to be so much information, especially if they see this raise. Udo walking into this crosshair, but the pick, nothing. He gets a nice tag onto Crystal, 29 HP. The execute, they're going in.
Oh, it's a good pick from Autumn. Needed to check that corner. That could have been a bit of a disaster. What a satchel from Udatan. Operator on the ground in towards spawn side, but GE not overcooking this one. They've got a lot of
कैसे कोई स्ट्रीम नहीं हो रहा कुछ ब्रैकेट्स होते हैं. अरे नाइस, पकड़ा गया बेचारा, but good.
I don't know where that page shells is going, but Bai is under
Good.
pressure, and as such will fall to Udatan, who has just cracked that
Watch
round
करो
open
नहीं
for
हटेगी,
GE,
हटते आती है
and
हर
look
बार
at
स्ट्रीम
all
उड़
the guns
जाती है यार
they
मेरी.
picked up as a result. This is massive for the attackers.
Yeah, the winning condition for Allgamers there was just Fangir getting that shot off on B
कोई टिप दो ना
main.
सिल्वर से निकलने
But
का.
also Kira playing so close, a little bit rough. Especially when you know that they're on that low
Just
buy,
play bro,
instantly
just play.
getting
अपने आप
punished.
निकल जाएगा एक दिन. खेल खेल के सीख
Crazy
जाएगा.
round here from GE, but I really
टीममेट्स का
like
सुन
the
बात, अगर
reads.
उनको आता है तो, या
Definitely
तू
scary
कॉल दे
coming
उनको
back
अगर नहीं
into
आता
that
तो.
B main. They knew the op was set up somewhere, but a nice gamble, especially because they caught off Kira.
I mean, that is a calling masterclass from Javi. They are playing a very similar comp themselves, and they know how to play around that B main operator. Something that has been piloted many, many moons ago by Paper X. Patman knows his way around this comp. They know the theory and how to deal with it, and I think that's a perfect example of them just really utilizing all of the strengths of the comp that AG are trying to employ and using it against them there.
And a timeout now coming in from the side of Allgamers.
ठीक
They're
कोई की
obviously
watchparty
gonna
होती
be
है,
set with
बहुत
that
कम.
one. Feels a little bit like deja vu from that last map, pausing after getting
Please
thrifty.
watchparty
That's a
करना,
round
done
that loses you
युवराज.
the game.
True. And now they've usually had a good result off of these timeouts, just knowing what they have to clean up. But GE, the confidence. I love that they're still so confident no matter what they're doing. They were down, but it didn't matter.
Hello DXA, what's
If
up?
I'm Allgamers, though, I'm not sweating too hard. I feel like their general macro on the defensive side has been working really well for them. Again, just whiffing a couple shots, but also playing a little bit too close. They didn't have time to re-clear that B heaven once they did take it with their thrifty.
ये कोई इंडियन क्यों दिख रहा है कि नहीं है कोई इंडियन प्लेयर जी में.
An unknown place for them. The rotates just weren't correct. The positioning just wasn't there in time. Now we're going to see a low buy from the side of Allgamers.
Yeah, a bit of a mixed bag. Trying to min-max the money to go a little bit deeper into this game. It's still got plenty of legs in it. GE, great economy. And we were talking about how many rifles they picked up in just that round previous. 4 stack over here towards B early on. Autumn dodges the boom bot nicely. And there's no Sky there for GE. So he won't be able to get healed up as we go deeper into this round. You can see GE on the other side of things. They were looking to really punish aggression on the extremities, and this is a classic Patman move on an anti.
चिल्ला दो, क्यों चिल्लाओ यार? Shout out to you, bro. DXA.
Oh, sees him and rubs Fangir getting the pick onto Patman, and again the punish.
Yeah.
But these players, they're zooming into the safe side, trying to get it.
He is straight up not having a good time, bruv. Crystal gonna put the pit down. They're really trying to dig their heels in. Autumn is cripplingly low from earlier, and that's an operator going down. Showstopper going into the side. GE.
Good
This
trade.
is a pretty big fumble
अरे
after a massive
यार.
thrifty in just the round previous. AG take a time
ये राउंड हक दिए यार अब. ये राउंड बीटी हक दिए तो.
Beautiful timeout call. Going all the way back, getting the read as well onto Patman. They've known and they've done their homework to see that his tendencies are to walk up mid. Getting that pick was beautiful. The re-clear shrimp, beautiful with the util as well.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just, it's illegal as someone from Pacific to question Patman because he's just so good. But yeah, some of the rounds this series, there's been some great ones. There's been some not so great ones, and that one was unfortunately more of the latter. One dealt with by Kira, GE. They do have a follow-up buy to this one. Autumn's found GRQ, but Kira able to safeguard ropes for the meantime. Oh my god, Patman has dodged the Trailblazer. That is perfection. Kira's found Harvey in the meanwhile. This is so disjointed from both sides.
Nice.
But Patman, a little bit unhappy with how that last round went, is starting to take this one over. Spike being picked up now by Crystal. As the Prowler hasn't cleared out by, that's not the timing that Patman was looking for, and now we're into a 2-on-2.
Operator with knives online for Fangir if he wants to pop those. The op and knives fight potentially here because Autumn's also set up. A lot of delay. The orb. Making sure that spike gets planted and just holding this right side of heaven. They're going to be able to spot each other out. The timing on these scopes. Not seeing Jet's head. Autumn hearing those knives getting popped. A little bit spooked. Popping his.
Jet diff.
2v2.
Oh, the drop down. Punished by Crystal and Pi under too much pressure there. GE able to pick themselves up another round after a little bit of an upset in the round previous. We, you know, had some messiness, has to be said, but good recovery from GE.
You question Patman's timing. Look at that round.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you can't question it. You can't question it because then he does this.
He dodged the dog through the smoke.
You know, could you ever tell him to stop? No.
वो mod की कब दे रहे हो? आपको ये लो अभी दे दिया.
I mean, he wins rounds like that. I would never tell him to stop. The op online though for Autumn going for an A heaven pick this time.
Yeah.
But Fangir is actually about to peek into it.
दिगाड़े आ गया भाई.
Be good news here for Autumn. Would be a cracker of a shot if he comes away with it, but that angle is far too favorable for Fangir. Udatan also spotted outside of A. Throws out his paint shells. He's seeing a lot of green on his screen, and I'm not talking about the new Shrek movie. Shrek now finds himself a pick, but he doesn't even clock onto the fact that Harvey's just TP'd into the back of the site, which is not ideal at all. Now GE definitely have a chance in this round.
Using that smoke, that dark cover, tapping the spike, trying to find any numbers advantage, anyone giving them that peek. But of course, Allgamers is going to play with so much discipline. Autumn. Fangir, sorry, going with that op. Spotting, not going to catch anyone off guard. Nice off angle here from Patman. Now the flank.
Op being swapped over to GRQ. They're going to kick this one off with the paranoia, and Kira will almost certainly dive into the site. Harvey can't see a thing, wants to play that close angle. He's been spotted out. The Cloudburst is maybe helping
यार.
enough. Patman only able to come away with one, and that is perfection for Allgamers. Mana advantage, all the high percentage pieces of utility exactly where you'd want them, and as such, an easy retake. GE, I've got to be sweating now.
They got to figure out how to shut down.
निकल जाता पता है round.
Man, he's just been having such a good game.
BFP से लड़के पास हुआ तो मुझे पता ही नहीं था. लम्मा. ये सब तो पता रहना चाहिए भाई. Round play games खेलते. ENC का मैच कब है अपना टाइम है.
A timeout for GE here. Feels like we're going into the dying hours of this series unless they can show some resilience. Being a very, very back and forth game indeed against an Allgamers who look like they're in pretty good form. Like game against Heretics, I felt like I was seeing some good stuff for them. We've talked about how they've been pretty good in China so far. Great kickoff and just missing out there in stage one.
For me,
to go to another international.
For me, I'm really surprised with their map pool because Allgamers, they've kind of had a history of not having the deepest map pool, not the best at rounding out what they can play. But now we've seen their Sunset. We saw their Haven versus Team Heretics, which was one of those maps that we were really questioning a long time ago. And it's just so often now that we've seen their playbooks. They've done a really good job this off time when they did not qualify for Masters London. They managed to do a lot of really good work on their fundamentals, a lot of making sure they're studying and putting in the work to study and have these setups on these maps. And now 11-9. Kind of a weird buy, mixed buy here on the side of Global Esports. 2 rifles.
PT हो रही है यार. चलो ठीक है,
what they can come up
ये
with.
राउंड तो थोड़ा सा मिक्स बाय है
One
बहुत।
over towards the B side of the map. Fangir
दो
on the
गन से
line,
है,
scouted, scanned out by
योलो
the
है
ball,
राउंड तो यार।
pushed away by the utility. That's a decent entry on in there for GE.
Okay,
with the
entry
1-1
not
onto
bad.
GRQ. Kira on the same line. Spotted
भगा
out
दिया
the
भाई
dark
जेट को
cover.
पीछे।
Going to obscure his vision as Patman gets this spike down. Oh no, it's missed heaven. There is a bit of a gaping gap in the smokes there for GE. It's been thrown a little bit too quickly. Dink onto Fangir. He's lucky to be alive. I gotta be honest here. Yudatan not seen by the boombot, but will be by the Trailblazer as he tries to zone them away with the satchels.
ये राउंड निकल गया जी का, मजा आ जाएगा।
AG really struggling to break through on this retake until
ओ
Kira
बैटमैन ने क्या मारा?
reply from Patman. That gives him the nightfall, and I don't think that AG can complete
3v2
this
है,
retake
actually 3v1 है,
Shrimp's the only
1
player
HP
high on
है।
HP. That's a decent angle for him to take that peek, but still
बैटमैन ने
not
राउंड
good
निकाल दिया
enough.
भाई।
One tap in reply for Patman, and Fangir will get an exit, but that's all. He'll have access to double digits now for GE.
भाई मुझे बेस्ट बजट सेटअप का ऑर्डर दे दो, बजट कम है। लैपटॉप ले यार एक लेनोवो का, आई थिंक दैट्स गुड इनफ।
using that to their advantage, going really quick.
आई वांट टू प्ले गेम्स विद यू, सब गेम्स खेलेंगे मेरे भाई।
Something similar, maybe on the A side with their gun buy.
प्लीज डी कर दो डिस्कॉर्ड में क्या?
A lot more confidence, or at least on the weird buy.
प्लीज ऐड कर दो।
Going into this next round, I'm gonna be interested to see what they change up here for Allgamers.
अरे मुझे लगा कोई है नहीं निकाले चैट में।
Success towards mid. He's struggling a little bit just with that B main pick. When he falls back into sight, he manages to.
ब्रो बजट का क्या है, 60-70 के में ओके वैलोरेंट सेटअप आ जाएगा। मतलब लैपटॉप, पीसी बनाना थोड़ा सा एक्सपेंसिव। यार ये कीरा क्या बंदा है, बहुत अच्छा रेज़ है।
Looking to try to follow up on the fact that they've lost the opening pick, but Shrimp has got Kira covered. Healed up in the corner despite the fact that he's vulnerable for the snake. He's just not comfortable enough. Autumn, I'm surprised he comes away with that one. The satchel was definitely making him uncomfortable. GRQ smoked off for the time being. GE forced to slow this one down.
Slowing it down.
कोई फ्लैंक पे नहीं है भाई इनका।
There's any overextension here from the side of Allgamers. They're not.
एक भी वॉक नहीं कर रहा, दो मर गए ऑलरेडी।
Has full mid control. The Prowler is gonna get Shrimp.
ये राउंड थोड़ा अपना लॉस्ट साइड में लग रहा है।
GRQ still has a paranoia online. Patman
बहुत टाइम वेस्ट हो गया यार।
Shrimp to peek out of that corner. The reclear though towards A Heaven is gonna get delayed as Bai puts up his wall, uses that molly as well. The snake bite. So much time wasted here. Allgamers doing a good job of baiting.
They're well aware of where GE are. 30 seconds on the clock and you're going to go around the world to beat.
30 seconds.
I mean, they were just clearing out the flank, I guess. Both teams well aware of each other's movements here. Shrimps tucked into the back of the site. Bai with the jump spot will confirm GRQ. It's a little bit of a messy spray, but the paranoia looks pretty good, and Allgamers peeking off the back of that. Serious
नहीं यार।
Again, these setups from Allgamers are so clean. I really like to see it off the back of those. First initial peaks, I really like that they hear that satchel going fast towards.
सैड हो जाते हैं यार अगर ऐसा गेम जाता है तो।
The answer, the cross.
राइट को डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर ज्वाइन कर लो मेरे भाई, मेरी फ्रेंड लिस्ट फुल हो गई है।
As well with Shrimp, the healing through the snake bite, the satchel just.
ये तो बहुत फनी था। ऑटो ने बढ़िया निकाल दिया वो ट्रेड।
Here by Shrimp as well, enabling him to just delay for so long. Patman using all his utility to try to clear him out from sight, to try to bait some sort of peek, and it just didn't work. And now all of a sudden, this last potential round, low buy, weird buy, force buy from Global Esports.
Yeah, they're shoving their way through the middle of the map to meet up with Crystal. Yudatan is one off the showstopper, but he's lost
नहीं चलेगा, हाँ ना।
straight through the snake bite.
स्नेक बाइट पुश कर रहे हैं।
Plucked from the air. What a shot from Fangir. And he's hungry for more. Didn't hit that one onto Crystal. He's just sitting in the snake bite.
अरे भाई फैंगीर गूदा है भाई, बंदे में गूदा।
To meet up with the rest of the boys. Allgamers on the
खत्म है ये राउंड में यार, जीजी है।
You get something outrageous from Autumn and Crystal here for Esports. Heal coming through from Shrimp. Another warning shot from Fangir. GE just continuing to tap the spike, just praying for a mistake from Allgamers, but nothing's being given here. Autumn on the line, dealt with by Fangir. All down to Crystal in a 1-on-4. He cannot see a thing. Needs to pick up the spike here. It's a high-low on one side and up
Crystal
on the
ये
other
क्लच
side.
निकाल दिया ना, गेम जीत जाएंगे हम लोग। ओटी जाएंगे,
It looks like
जीतेंगे।
he's walking in towards his death. Allgamers holding the line, chipping down at him. It's
Wait,
a nice
we are
double.
so back.
25 seconds now. And Kira and Fangi are going to give Crystal some respect and some space to work with. If he could get the spike and get the plant down, then he will actually have a pit, and this is a very winnable 1-on-4. This could be one of the best ones you've seen in quite some time. I cannot believe that shot hasn't connected from Fangir. Jump spot in from Kira. It's another fake plant. He's just peppering away at him. He has to commit to the plant now, and Kira will go on in, try to cancel it, and not be successful. It's an anticlimactic end there for Allgamers, but good enough. And GE there, missing out on an opportunity to go through to that progression match, will be knocked out of EWC.
GE at least redeeming a lot of what they have. Showing up really
यार
well this matchup. They just had that slow start for BR and couldn't get the ball rolling.
दोनों मैच क्लोज तो गए भाई
Really put their all into it. Two losses in this format and you're out. GE, they do get eliminated. Lots of around them. Lots of interest, especially with the removal of their coach, but it doesn't matter because now they have a lot more to work on. For Allgamers, though, a beautiful ending here. A beautiful start, for their story, for the rest of this game, the rest of this matchup. They've struggled to prove themselves. They struggled to qualify for Masters, but now they've won a game here at EWC.
And well earned, honestly. I think they probably could have won their first game. GE giving them a run for their money, though. I think that the first series we saw from GE in this tournament was, you know, really nothing to write home about. But this was a winnable game for them. I felt like on both maps.
सेकंड था हाँ भाई सेकंड मैप था ये ब्रैकेट देखना यार $30,000 फिर भी मिलेंगे भाई भाई हरा सकता है एजी को
19 लाख मिल रहा है
19 लाख रुपए AGAL क्या है एजी तो पता है ऑल गेमर्स AGAL ऑल गेमर्स AL क्या है भाई AG ऑल गेमर्स ग्लोबल AL कुछ होगा पता नहीं इनका क्या है कौन है अभी किस के मैचेस है MIBR ऑल गेमर्स हेरिटेक्स क्वालीफाई हो गई MIBR को हरा के नोंगशिम और GM के साथ है नोंगशिम बहुत अच्छी टीम है अच्छा ये आ जाए G2 सी लाइव G2 ऊपर आ जाएगी इधर से जेंटल वेट्स नीचे आएगी G2 और जेंटल वेट्स में से G2 जीतेगी कुछ भी बता रहा हूँ मैं केसी एनर्जी पेपर एक्स हार गए केसी से एनर्जी वाइटलिटी क्वालिफाइड एनर्जी केसी होगा अभी BBL EDG 100 थीव्स क्वालिफाइड पपार एक्स रेस भी चालू होने वाली है अभी
और 1 घंटा है
सेक्सी
तुमने अगर हागा है तुमने
ऐसा लगता है जाहिद ही नियो को मार रही है अपने अवार्ड से 1 लाख तो डिजर्व करती है हाँ ना भाई 1 लाख और मेरे एडिटर को 10,000 उसमें से हम दोनों डिजर्व तो करते हैं थोड़ा थोड़ा ब्रिटिश भी शुरू हुई 1 घंटे बाद है गौतम को एक और मैसेज पढ़ लिया स्नैक्स PMMI की वॉच पार्टी कर रहा है स्ट्रीम बंद करने का मन कर रहा है मेरा भी चलो चैट करते हैं स्ट्रीम बंद। करते हैं स्ट्रीम बंद, रेड कर देते हैं स्नैक्स को। 100 लोग लेके जाओ मैं रेड करने 22,000 लोगों में, पागल है क्या? चलो फिर मैं मिलता हूँ तुमसे अगली स्ट्रीम पे। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग। बाय बाय, सी यू, बाय बाय, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग।